back, ladies and gentlemen, to Disney Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master, August Schmid, and with me are the Imagineers. Say hello, Imagineers. Alrighty. What hasn't happened in Desanya recently? Crazy high stakes. Last time, not too much spoilers, but of course, we had godly intervention talks with some of our players. We had insane stuff happening in the capital, in Magencia. Arthur has been, talking with guys, already talking. One of those things, the Asmarians have now shown up to Magencia to start helping. But most importantly, we have reached a giant turning point of the world. A world where, for probably worse, godly intervention may not be as strong as it once was. But we're not going to talk too much about that because instead we're going to talk about something a little bit different. I wish to take you all back now, almost a week ago. Not, of course, our real time, but in Desanya. As we see, erupting from the sky, roiling flame, ancient black dragon descends. People are screaming, carts are going everywhere. We see the Imagineers getting ready. Meg, you are throwing up the dimension door. Rapunzel, you're getting ready. Raya's starting to, bring out your sword. Dumbo and John, locking and loading daggers and guns. We now turn to our sixth Imagineer, Merida. Merida, you're sitting here, right? And there's a lot happening, right? Immediately, it's almost that horrible overstimuli of people are screaming, things are happening, what's going on? There's a dragon up in the air. As you see it descending, though, something catches your eye that wouldn't catch any other Imagineer. At least...
Keep going.
I actually would love you to roll just a perception check, because you're going to see a lot right now. And so it's like, what are you seeing? Because there's obviously that more immediate threat, but there is something very terrifying that only you would see right now.
Is it perception?
It is a perception.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, use the fancy.
Oh, that's not very good. It's only a 9.
Only a 9. There's still a lot you're going to see, though. Obviously, you're seeing the streets, everything. Something catches your eye, though, because it's something that you have seen before. Way back. Now, this is going to be, especially for our chronological time, such a oh man, did that happen? Merida, one of your first ever assignments when you started traveling the world from the council was to go meet up with the Imagineers. It was a, hey, go help them out. You look over and almost in that flashback, you see chocolate brown skin, pointed goatee, small little horns, and top hat.
Oh.
A man who had summoned shadow and dark entity that you didn't really get to see too much, but you remember because of how, and this is the only way, how charismatic he kind of pulled, right? You see this dark voodoo magician, and it stops you, even on a 9, because you know he died. The last you saw him, actually, I think if I'm remembering correctly, you broke the amulet around his neck, and he was dragged away by some of these dark spirits.
I did at that.
And so it stops you because this isn't a dream. This isn't anything. This is broad daylight. Down the alleyway, he is leaning against corner, and he is locked golden hazel eyes with you.
I think I just want to shoot him in the knee.
You should. You knock the boat. As you get ready, though.
If he wasn't pursuing
that would be kind of awkward. Well, I guess it was a style. No. As you knock the arrow, though, right when you get it ready, though, you realize though he has vanished. But as you watch, you see him turning around the corner on a 9. It's like, okay, he just threw a smoke bomb and he's running.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I guess I'll follow him.
You start.
That's mega sketchy.
That is mega sketchy. As you run after, you're pretty fast also. Being a half-elf, right, you're way more agile than most humans. And so you're starting to immediately close distance with this dude. As you get close, you skirt the corner, and immediately, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Ooh.
What did I?
Oh no.
Oh.
no. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a 6.
That's not good.
You watch as
You have a -1 to con?
I do.
Merida's not very, like, she's amazing archer. She can blow out a kneecap from 400 yards.
She's a
But
wee bit
man, it's
She's a bit of a lightweight.
especially because this isn't even just normal like punches. You turn the corner and see this dude. He has a glowing green glass orb in his fingers. That as you watch his hand, boom. As he wipes away, his nose and mouth seem to rip off of his face in that very like smoke sense, and breaks the orb in hand. Smoke fills your nostrils, and as you slowly black out, you see this now very lacking though facial expression, eyes gleaming at you as you slump to the ground.
Merida, don't die.
And she was unconscious in an alleyway all week.
She
Merida's
died.
just
And you
been-
just left.
Yeah.
Just left.
Where did Merida go? She's
There was a
fine.
chat.
Merida's an
She does
adult.
this all the time.
Yeah, that's
It
what
was
they told
fun,
me.
because
That's
you
straight up
mentioned-
what they told Dumbo.
The Imagineers just had to
She
say,
doesn't
oh,
react a lot.
Merida's she's
does
a
this.
functioning adult. She
She's
goes
a
on
free
missions.
spirit.
We're not gonna like. That's like how rude would that be?
Definitely
Free
don't
enough
go
that her
Okay,
spirit leaves her
benders.
body on occasion.
I mean, can you imagine a Scottish
And
archer?
Agatha thinks she's gonna start another apocalypse.
Right.
I mean,
Well, that's because you're not trustworthy.
Oh, because I'm unproblematic. So.
Yeah, right.
I haven't
As
done one
we
untrustworthy
shift-
thing all season.
All season.
Merida,
Right? That was pretty good.
you feel though deep pulling sense of those weird dreams. You see that man again, top hat and tail, looking at you with keys in his hand, and also with like maybe glass vials at one point. You then see yourself like floating around. You're seeing those like glimpses of your life, but everything, unlike dreams you've had before, everything's just moving so fast. The smoke and everything, you're like, no, wait, there's my oh, wait, yeah, the tournaments. Oh, wait, no. The next thing you remember is the immediate burning sulfuric smell of your nostrils as you awaken. That gross, oh man, that was a magical drug sleep. As you come out of this
Not
sleep,
a fun kind of magical drug.
right, no, this is like the, oh man, someone did something to me that was not consensual, and
You were not ready for that.
right, like
That
it's
milligram
gotta
level.
hurt.
Yeah.
As you come to Merida, you see a few things. One, you are moving in a cart.
Oh no.
Two, immediately you are restrained by your wrist
Oh,
and
that's not
legs
good.
sitting down.
oh boy.
So I can't shoot anybody.
You can't shoot, and because three, you are only wearing your clothing, your armor and equipment are not here currently.
Ooh.
As you look up though, you see though, staring across from you, very like gaunt features
Someone who looks like
in
Dark
a sense. I'm getting there. But very like, you can tell though, higher cheekbone at one point would have been very fun, but actually looks rather unhealthily thin in the sense of he may have not like had nutrients in a while. You actually see he is also bound. The thing that notices you first and foremost is these like very like greenish brown eyes are just kind of like observing you, and you get the feeling maybe he's been watching while you were sleeping. But again, he's bound to just in this cart.
Right. I don't know what to do. I'm tied up. Maybe I look at who else is with me in the cart. Looks like there's some more people.
You look over, you see there's a young girl sitting next to you, couldn't be more than 14, 15. And there are two other women in this cart. Pardon, the one obviously doesn't have the staff. I couldn't find the right one. But all of you seem to be in various states of chains or bonds. What I will say, though, is you do notice, out of them, these three other women in this car are all still asleep. As even though heavy tarp covering this wagon, you can tell it's night. There isn't a lot of outside light as you're trundling along. Right now, it just looks to be you and this other person who he has seen you now wake up, just like, good sleep?
No.
Can't say it would be.
Think?
I would say, is this your first time?
First time getting drugged?
No, being captured and forced into slavery.
Oh, that's what's happening here. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's my first time.
Could tell. You look too nice to have been enslaved
What's that
before. What's this mean?
You're saying this like it's normal for this to happen multiple times.
Has this happened to you multiple times?
Well, yes and no.
What?
It's more like when you're traded around and you see they like to give you that little sense of freedom where, you know, they'll cut your bonds and then drug you again and, oh yes, you paid off your first master and now here's another.
Wait, so did you owe someone money or something?
No, of course not. You think we're taken because we owe money? No, we're pretty faces that look like we can work and we're put to work.
Pretty faces. Sold into slavery. Is
Not
it?
what you're thinking. No.
Let's shut that down.
I was gonna say August.
No, he immediately though sees where he got just no. You misunderstand me.
Okay.
We're not the pretty faces that get paid for what we do. We're the slaves that we have to go do the work no one wants to, but they like looking at people that don't look ugly.
Hold on. Hold on.
Holding?
Let me clarify.
Oh, we have quite a bit
What
of time.
kind of work are we doing?
All right, listen. Well, the last
good
job
question.
I had must have been about 2 years. I can only guess, right? When you have to make a rock scratch on a wall. Digging tunnels, lots of deep caves. I was down below somewhere. I couldn't see the sun for a while. Before that, you know, just kind of passed around. Manual work, don't worry.
Right.
I will say, it helps though if you stick your face in the dirt every so often so they forget you look good.
Right. Okay. So I look around at the other people.
You look at around the other people.
Are they also pretty?
They're decently well. You do get the feeling he is right. It's like that, not like, oh, we find the hot people. It's that like, oh, these are all conventionally like
They're
maybe
pleasant
attractive.
like
Like, these like the two humans and one actually looks to be full elf. They are conventionally dry, but all of them look very worked out. All of them seem to have that like very like wiry frame where it's like, oh, we've been doing a lot recently and for not a lot of sleep. You see though, this gentleman who's just sitting next to you though, but I can honestly say it'll be fine. You come to appreciate at least the steady work hours.
I feel like there's a better route to this whole thing.
Really? You think
Yeah.
that there could be something better than being a slave
Yeah,
working in
I
a
do.
mine?
I do think that, yeah.
Crazy. Can you believe that no one else has ever thought of that before you?
No.
You see, he leans back against the wagon, like just kind of like one hand up to like, but the other hand just is that. Oh,
Yeah, okay, so I look at. Try and
Sorry,
see
you can
if I
sneak behind me and go
work.
sit.
you're good.
I'm going to try and see if I can recognize the people driving the coach
Yeah.
or the wagon.
You look out. There's a lot of wood slots. You can tell like these wagons were probably made for when you're smuggling persons, right? Like more than just humans, right? Like you don't want people to be able to see inside. You can start looking through the cracks. Go ahead. Give me that perception check real quick, as you just kind of are, because you're trying to like see through slats in wood at like, okay, who's driving this thing?
Let's see if I get a good
See
roll
what you get.
tonight. What the devil?
Would you like different dice?
Yeah.
There are many sets you
I'll
can pick
make that a 9 though. I
Make it
won't-
a 9,
Yeah,
alright.
yeah.
You're seeing there seem to be two people driving the cart. You're not able to tell maybe like race or genders or anything. It's just like, okay, there's definitely two figures though. What seem to be horses pulling it along. As you're seeing though, what you notice, Merida, is while they both have the reins, you can tell they have one hand each by their sides, probably to some sort of weapons, right? They look to be ready in that sense of like, okay, yeah, we're driving, but we're strapped kind of vibe. I'll give you this as well. On that 9 perception, it's hard to tell like where you are as well, like in that like idea, but you're able to see like, okay, it's night and everything, and you seem to be crossing a lot of countryside. Where that could put you basically anywhere, unfortunately, in Magentia. It's that like, oh,
It's like, yes, this looks like literally
everywhere.
else.
You know, once you get enough outside Magentia, it's all just a lot of flat land for a while, because cities have yet to...
Nebraska.
Right? Like, we're crossing Kansas again, and
There's
it's
one
just...
sign that says welcome or just hell.
Corn.
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 Welcome to corn.
Corn forever.
But, Merida, it's not bad, though, as you're able to see, though, not only these gentlemen, they seem to have a lot of stuff by their feet. Like, maybe bags or, like, lumpier satchels, I think is the word I want to use here. As these satchels with little clasps. This guy, though, right next to you, just like, yep, those will be our friendly little helpers for this evening. Quite nice at what they do.
Right, so you've been through the ringer quite a few times apparently by what you're saying.
What's the common year, actually? I could help you if I...
She would probably know because she's.
Merida, last you left, it was 9260.
Just be
And it was about a week before, the start of a new year, right? No, 9261, so...
9260.
Oh, wow. All right. So, been about 6 years now?
Dang, that sucks.
Honestly, haven't been having great luck, but... what do you do? So, should I call you, like, a nickname, or just start describing you based on your hair? It is very red. I mean, my hair is red, too, so obviously we're going to jump into some difficulty there.
Right, well, I am Princess Merida of Scotland.
You see immediately, you didn't know someone could control you. His hand flip behind him onto the, like, seat. He puts up the side of his foot immediately to your throat. Not like in a hard way, but just in like a... Just,
Oh.
I don't think that's definitely a word you should be saying. Takes it away, flips the arms back around as he contorts back. Just,
Oh my goodness.
I think that would definitely make you the less favorable type of slave if they knew what kind of person you were.
Wait, but you didn't actually answer my question. I asked who. Do you know who's doing all this? You told me how long you were doing
Oh,
that.
right, yes. Who's doing this? I could only guess the dark, seedy underbelly of the horrible world we live in. Gotta say,
He's good.
haven't seen much of what we would call our employers. Usually we just meet the helpers. He kind of like nods to the drivers. No, I honestly though gotta say they don't. Definitely supervillain types, right? Like who needs a giant underground cave with little spikes poking out along a tunnel kind of vibe of.
Is this the man?
That is the man, actually.
Is this the man we're talking about? Andrew Garfield?
Very similar to that. But no, yeah, this is one of the people you're meeting, though, Mary. You see, but just like, but you know how we talked about how there's slaves and slaves. Don't use the P word, as that would definitely make you a slave.
Right, okay.
Let's find a new name for you. It's
well,
fun.
Okay, wait. Do I have my little what's it called? Pendant on me? So that is definitely a
That's a royal seal of
a
Scotland.
royal seal.
Merida, you do that quick little like, oh. Your seal is beneath your clothing still.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay,
Here's
let's keep it
actually
there.
what you're realizing, though. I will give you something. You still have the seal and your clothing. You're not dressed in like the, rags basically that a lot of these other people are in. You couldn't have been taken that long, especially if these people are kidnapping and trafficking persons, you have like that advantage of it. Maybe that knowledge of like this has been a recent development,
Right.
or at least to that extent of okay, they just kind of drug me and threw me in here, but I'm not like they haven't searched me. They just took my stuff, like immediate stuff, and that's something that wouldn't necessarily peg you as a princess. It's just like, oh, nicer bow, a bow shield that can latch onto your arm, like your basic like travel supplies. That's the good stuff. But if they were to find the amulet around your
That
neck,
would be
that's bad news.
okay. Cool. You said I can't recognize any of my surroundings right now because we're
Yes.
just going through
Right now, at least from where you're in the wagon, it's like hard to tell because it's that like crap. Like if you were to get outside and be able to like look around more, you might be able to, but there's problems in of itself.
I kind of want to pull a tough bait on and be like, I've got a pee, but I don't know how well that would work, especially considering how poorly I've been rolling.
You could a test roll with a different dice roll.
You could, test roll. Try something new, right?
Friendly dice.
Um,
Give a nice test roll.
I will say too, Mary. You see though that
8 is my magic number tonight, guys.
Maybe the curse is moving from me to someone else.
no, Megan,
I'm
you
glad
always
it
roll
jumped over
terribly.
me.
I'm not one, I'm not gonna
Megan,
lie.
I
may
will say
spread the
though,
curse, but you will
Izzy,
not be rid
as
of
you're
it.
sitting there, this gentleman though, as he is now finished contorting like a shoulder back in place, just like right now,
Gemstone.
Mary.
Merida.
Mary. Let's just in this nice new name for you. You can call me Asher.
Oh,
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Asher?
Well,
Wait, did you?
last name Andrew Asher Stan, but I will just go by Asher for now, and you can go by Mary.
I mean,
Maybe in this
I almost made a joke. I'd rather you call me a slur than Mary.
I would say as a Scotsman, maybe that just slips
Actually,
out.
yeah.
No, but you see, Andrew just in that like polite, so I was just like, it's all right. But how about until we are somewhere not with
She's Mary
prying
Queen of
ears,
Scots.
we're fine with these names. I must say though, you're probably like a little worried. It's a lot to become a slave. I will. Yeah, I will say though. Trust me when I give you this word of advice. It gets easier. Now I can only assume you've yet to really you still look pretty nice to be fair. The longer it goes on, the better. I mean, how long have you been a slave now? You look pretty disoriented. So what? A couple days? Maybe you've been starting to toss around at the
Last
auctions.
thing I remembered, I was drugged, and then I woke up here. So
You were drugged.
yeah, it was this nasty green stuff. Smelled like sulfur.
Hold on. Wait.
Horns.
Where'd you come from? This might help me. Where did we just come from? Where were you taken?
Oh yeah, I was in Regency.
Agencia. Oh, right. I haven't been there since I was a kid. Okay. Okay, that helps. Last I checked, I was down. Jeez, Sumani now. Agencia. All right, now. You see, he is thinking he's going to make a roll, actually, based on some of the information you've given him. Oh, that's pretty good. You see, he actually just... Now, hold on there, Mary. Go ahead and you see he pulls down his shirt collar. There is a burned rune on his skin. You see just... You wouldn't happen to still be fresh, would you? Easily, you check. You don't have a rune on you. You see, he's already sitting forward, looking very excited. Just, you're not marked yet. That means you can do things without fear of pain.
I mean, I'm in quite a lot of mental pain right now.
All right. Well, of course, we can all imagine that. But I mean, as in, you could, in theory, say something not nice about our helper friends, and not be necromantically tortured.
That's it's like a tattoo, but more intense.
It's basically like a slave marker. Probably like a rune. It's not only a tracker, but it's a shot collar. But like just this rune. You see just so. If you are new, you don't suppose. What kind of stuff did you have on you when you were taken?
Well, I had my bow, an arrow.
Oh, good. More than one is always helpful.
If you
a
try to
little
scruff
shield,
of his neck and
some money, not much, but
Any money helps.
I mean, I don't have any of it on me right now because all of that was taken. But
I was gonna say you hide it well then if you did. I was gonna say putting a whole bow under that skirt would be insane.
Oh no, I don't have it on me right now.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
All right, now hold on.
Nando's just like, is this what flirting
So-
feels like?
Merida, I will even say this one of the first times most gentlemen that meet you when you are Princess Merida going around, it's always either severe respect or actually they still look down upon you because it's like, oh well, you're just a princess, right? Like,
this guy's just being
this is a totally normal dude who is talking to you like a person.
you better pick him up by
What
the
a
scruff of
turn
his
on
neck.
the bars on the floor.
You see that he
I
just
don't-
now. Do you happen to have any ideas about how we could then maybe? Right, I will say, had to kill my fair share of people, especially when they pit slaves against each other. Dark times.
Oh.
But how good of a fighter are you with that bow? Is this a hobby or is this like a legitimate craft?
I mean, I'm pretty good at what I do, I will say.
I will say you get flashbacks to splitting arrows in half of arrows. Literally you like throwing the vile arrow into Hades' mouth, like all these like pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Literally stabbed
She says,
a
"Oh,
staff
yeah,
out of
yeah,
Jafar's hand or something.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
did, you,
did
like,
crazy
Pinned
stuff.
his out of his hand, like
Pinned it to the wall.
you've done something to say archery. You see just
Oh wait, that was the normal D&D murder. Did
But
Okay.
the problem is I don't have my bow. I mean, like, I'm handy enough with
but
just,
if I could get it to you,
but
you
yeah, I
could take
probably-
out.
I could probably.
You
She could
see,
massacre him.
he
Yeah.
lowers his
Yes.
voice.
Massacre a bunch of slavers.
Here's what you
I
realize:
very easily.
Merida, this gentleman is about to start speaking in a form of thieves' cant. I don't think you know thieves' cant. Thieves' cant is a language that
Oh,
like
yeah.
rogues or thieves would use
Yeah.
to basically
How
say
could
things.
this man get any hotter?
Well, basically,
I'm a
though,
lesbian. I shouldn't be attracted to this.
it is though like
The
a.
baker.
What you're immediately getting though is kind of like he's already talked about the marking people. It's not just so they don't overhear; it's so he can try to say things more carefully. So what we're gonna need is a check or two of basically a linguistics check. This is what we would call a history check because you're trying to make sure what can I gather because he's trying to like formulate a plan as carefully as
All
possible.
the princesses, because Jasmine actually speaks thieves' cant.
I was gonna say most of the princesses seem to speak thieves' cant. Now I think about it.
Of all the princesses,
Rapunzel,
Merida, who's the
Jasmine,
actual
Meg.
respectable
Wait, does
one.
Rapunzel speak thieves' cant?
Oh no, thieves can't know because it's
No, 'cause
technically like a
you're-
dialect, not like a
I was
language.
gonna say, what?
Yeah, no, I was okay. Sorry.
Could I learn parts of it from
It's a
Flynn?
code.
And
more than
So
anything
it's
else.
like a history
Probably.
check because it's that like okay in my interactions with people
Yeah,
like
speaking of these
Jasmine or other people, how much have I picked up of like
Yeah, just
subtle like
jargon.
oh beautiful weather outside, which is keyword for hey let's leave
And
now or
everyone
something,
else
right?
just
Okay, but seriously, how much
Yeah.
could you learn from Flynn and Lance? So far?
Oh, you can learn a lot if you were to actually like try with like thieves can't. It takes a while, but
I will have to do
It's
it.
a code.
13's pretty good. Merida, here's you're getting bare bones, but just he's telling you if I can distract them, I will be punished, but no one will look at cart. So, objects in cart front, I get punished, you punish. It is like, but of course, Tony is like, well, I think it'd be wonderful if we would go and make 20 blackbird pies, but you were to take the pies. And like, these kind of like subtle, like, but you're like kind of getting that like, okay.
Okay. Great. I say, if we get out of this cleanly, we figure out a way to get that nasty little thing off you.
Yeah. I would truly be in your debt for quite some time.
Well, let's do this then.
You see, all right, he's gonna start his plan.
She's like, that sounds good.
You watch, and not even a second past. I would be in your debt quite some time. Boom! Slams his head as hard as he can against the car. It's like, right! Gah! Gah! My absolute guts! Gah! Gah! And just starts screaming at the top of his lungs. Immediately carts are stopping. Suddenly someone's screaming. Pounding against, you hear rough voice and do you speak this language? Let me make sure, because that would be interesting.
Of course, the language I wanted to learn was the elephant language.
Locks it up.
Yeah.
The person I am not.
Oh no, you do speak Elvish because you're half elf anyway.
Oh yeah, of course I do.
Darker Elvish, right? Like maybe a dialect, of course, with your mother more like Wood Elvish. There's that little difference. Basically, you hear just like, "Shut up, you! What's going on back there?" And this guy's Asher, but Andrew is just screaming, just like, "God, why'd you have to feed me another serving of maggots? I think I'm gonna squirt all over the cards, ruin the merchandise." Just screaming his head off.
Amazing actor.
Amazing actor. This dude's got a really good deception, believe it or not. As he's just screaming his head off, the carts have stopped. You see, out of the crack, both figures move off and walk around. Like, you see kind of that, like, shadow of the moon. Like, moon actually only in that, like, crescent, but just enough that you're like, okay, I can start seeing. You hear a lot of rope and a lock come off the back of the cart. The cart swings open. First thing you see, though, one of these gentlemen, that now you can place them. One is definitely an elf. This is actually a Drow Elf. Drow Elves are like dark elves, but not in a sense of like, oh, they're evil. Drow Elves are elves that come from like the Underdark areas, right? They have very gray skin. Their eyes are much more black because they're used to like living in like shadow and these other planes. You've probably met a couple more as dignitaries. You've never seen, though, this is a Drow Elf, probably like a mercenary. Drow Elf sitting there, full crossbow pointed. You see it has two tips on this arrow that look like in a splinter kind of fashion where, as an archer, okay, if he fires this, shrapnel could hit everyone in here.
Right.
So immediately you see the other gentleman, roiling chromatic green skin, pointed snout, a dragonborn, one of these reptilian creatures standing. You see in one hand he is holding a blackened chain, and in the other a scroll. Immediately, as Asher, quote unquote, was screaming, you saw, like, of course these other three women have woken up. You actually see, though, as this dragonborn, he shakes the chain. And you don't see the girl, though, next to you, this young 14-year-old, she immediately clutches at her neck and clavicle area. And you get the feeling like, oh, maybe this is like the spell work that he would use. So he's the one with spell, but the drow is the one with like a weapon.
Right, okay.
You see, though, that this drow, still speaking Elvish, just like, what's going on? What's happening? Andrew throws himself onto the floor and starts arching his back to, I'm about to shit my pants! Please kill me! Kill me, please! Spinach is frothing at. This drow looks well and freaked out. He did a very good performance. In that, he's just like, right, hold them. You see, he points at the dragonborn, grabs Andrew, and just starts pulling him out of the wagon. And you're gonna tell me when you want to act. So what you're seeing is right now he's being dragged, and basically it's not like, okay, he's gonna like take him off to a bush nearby or something, right? Like,
so I think I need to get out of my. What am I bound with?
Currently it looks like rope. Again, this is like you've been fresh kidnapped. Like,
why am I not out of this already? I'm going to try and get out of my binds.
All right, this is a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Or can we raw strength?
You could try to raw strength,
Here's
but
what I want to do. I don't know the order of operations quite yet.
You're good. Yeah.
Obviously, get out of my binds.
Yes.
Get the chain from the dragonborn guy.
Gotcha.
So he can't, zappy zap the other people in the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And get my shite, obviously, from the front of the cart.
Perfect.
Yeah, oh my word, it's so hot in here.
I was gonna say, it's
We can
raining.
crack windows now
I
too.
know,
if we need
but
to.
I'm not wearing anything under the sweatshirt, so
Yeah, so let's
stay on.
here. Sam Mason, if you guys just want to turn behind you, let's crack both those windows, get an airflow.
I'm
Yeah, no, I'm same boat.
Thank you so
yeah,
much,
so,
everyone.
sleight of hand, you say.
Sleight of hand, because right now it's a just get out of the binds, and once you do that, then it will start prompting you like, oh, is he looking at me though?
Right.
Is it so?
Oh wait, I'm gonna do that again. That is a 19 plus 3, so that is a 22.
It's a solid roll.
22.
So I
You
only roll nice when it counts.
Well, that's a pretty
you
good
hear
time
your
for you to
full
roll
dot
nice.
back in your mind. Right. Breaking rope is easier. If they want to hold down a Scotsman, they best bring Iron Forge. And so you twist hard and then slip the wrist in, and you are free.
Okay.
I will say, 22 already beat, so you don't need to make a stealth check because you were able to. If it had been a lower thing, they might have seen you
And also,
struggle.
there's a lot of promotion going on.
Oh yeah,
so
Andrew. This whole time he is screaming about
poor
a
Asher needs
and quote,
some Tums or something.
burning levels of 3 through 4 of Tartarus in my intestine. As you do, so you are now out of your hands. You are still bound in your feet.
Okay, I'm trying to think. The only sharp object nearby is the weird, like, splintery arrow thing.
Yes, and currently they're like walking away too.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's more the threat of like pain, magical
Right.
pain that's keeping
You
most
should be able
everyone.
to just like untie it.
Yeah,
Cool. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand. And so then we'll give a sleight of hand, then we'll give a stealth. Because now you'd be like reaching down, it would look a little suspicious.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that was 8.
An 8.
Not
you start moving. You think one foot's almost free, but the knot's still close. Go ahead and give me a stealth now. This will actually, and it'll be opposed because he's at disadvantage due to all the screaming going on.
Oh,
Okay.
Yikes!
that was a 5.
Ugh.
Hey, DM, can I
You
say that
see.
technically she rolled on the floor, so therefore it doesn't count?
As you're getting it, you feel your foot, it's almost out, like one of your feet, right? And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, if I could get one, it's around the other foot, but I'm fine. You hear, though, the Dragonborn look at you,
You hear and
Like-
look at you. Sorry.
because
Sorry.
as you're bent over, you feel hot breath on your neck and realize he has climbed into the cart and is staring down at you.
Okay, so since I don't have stealth
Give him a
anymore, I'm
sweet
just
kiss.
going to try and
Break it,
that
go.
apart.
Roll just strength, yeah, break it. The rest of your binds on your
Okay,
feet,
try
yeah.
This one now. I'm sorry, Sam.
Try.
that's-
You gotta try different areas,
So
different.
many choices.
Sometimes
You gotta
it's
try
a
things.
2005 Chevy.
We'll
It's
see. We'll see if this.
We'll
time
see what
works
happens.
better. Not really. No. Oh, I have a +6 to strength, so that's fine.
You have
Yeah.
a +6
well,
to strength?
Yeah,
Meredith's very strong.
I'm beefy.
Wait, can't you only have +5?
No, with proficiency.
Oh.
But were you looking at
Athletics or strength?
athletics?
The
Athletics is the
base
same
strength.
thing.
Okay.
Because strength checks are
yes,
different
it
than
is.
athletic checks. Athletic checks could
I
work.
was like,
So, yeah,
excuse me, a
that-
22 strength?
I know.
What?
Yeah, right? Huh?
No,
Are you a level 20 barbarian?
Meredith just
So
starts
that was a
pounding.
12.
A 12.
Strength.
Yeah, this whole time she's been a
1 foot
barbarian, not a
is
ranger.
free.
Done.
This is what is gonna come in handy. This Dragonborn sees you just like, whelp! Raises the chain, twists it at you. The scroll glows a unearthly black. And as he points it
I
at
think
you,
forgot that he had her married.
nothing happens.
Punch him.
Oh,
As
yeah, I'm gonna punch him.
Did she get like surprise?
you get
damage?
sprayed because he was trying. He's like, gotcha! I'll just torch you into submission, trying to break your chain. And you're full like you're not marked up. So all right,
Yeah,
come at me.
So advantage.
So
because he was
roll with
aggressive.
advantage to attack this
Plus
dude.
strength.
We can't
Oh,
have
there's
two
so
horses
many
in the party.
dice. And
We can't.
I don't trust any of
Well, we
them.
got this metal one.
Metal ones are good. Metal ones are fun.
This is my favorite one so far tonight.
Ooh. All right.
Good
So
luck.
we'll see if it works for you.
try.
You dropped it on a 17, just so you know.
Oi!
Advantage,
Roll again.
advantage.
Oh,
you get
advantage.
one.
Yes. Oh, he's hard surprised because again he's like, haha, nothing happens, and you're just about to sock him in the
You
face.
like the metal one you dropped on a 17.
Yeah, maybe.
Trying to prove.
Stop.
Take that. That was a nat 20.
She rolled it into
A
the box.
17 and a nat 20.
Can we have a witness? Hell yeah, why not? No, I'm not doing that.
It counts.
That is a
You
full
full
crit.
like the other one you dropped. This one you like rolled into the box.
Yeah,
and,
no,
like,
sure. I'll allow it.
Take that one back.
Merida.
Full.
You watch.
Last one that you're
Boom! You watch a dragon tooth falls into your lap as this dude loses
Score.
teeth. Up and in, down on the ground, and while these women around you are looking terrified, dude's down and you have a free moment to move now.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the scroll and the chain.
Cool, and that's what, yeah, like this dude just got
And
clocked.
then I'm just gonna. What would be the fastest way to get my? I'm just gonna go around to the front and get my stuff.
Cool.
Just walking.
You start
Wait,
running.
before
I don't
that,
need
I
to swap.
don't want because I see there's a cart behind us too.
There is.
So just kidding, not gonna do that yet.
Realize he would have been taken away.
Is it covered? Can you just like vault over the thing?
Yeah, I kind of just want to vault to the front.
You vault to front. Give me athletics check. Cause yeah, just like grab
me
top of the wagon,
acrobatics.
or acrobatics. Acrobatics.
Athletics is +6, so I'm gonna
Never
take
mind.
that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those two are usually interchangeable.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, wait.
You should have used the metal one.
I should have.
I wonder
Can you
what-
allow-
no, that is
Metal one.
no, I can't
It
allow.
didn't
that.
roll.
That was an 8.
An 8.
You are having a
Oh, ow, sore. Immediately trying to vault after being asleep at weird angles, and your arms just went out.
Okay.
Um,
So instead of vaulting, maybe I'll just try and sneak around the front.
You sneak around. Give me a stealth
that
check.
didn't work.
Okay, that's a 20.
Oh.
Synth 20.
delicious.
You are doing great. You sneak around up to the front. There are multiple bags here.
I guess I'm just gonna rummage through until I find my stuff.
Cool.
And if there's any other cool goodies in there, I might as
You
well.
grab the first bag,
Mhm.
open it up. Lots of gold.
Taking that.
Taking
That's
that.
mine now.
You though hear
Oh, he's in pain.
on the
I'm
first
just
one.
gonna
You
take
grab
that
it.
gold.
You hear the elf just like, right, Emerald Scale. What's going on? You see he has looked up to the wagon as he heard the punch.
Okay.
So was yourself. He didn't see you get around.
So I'm gonna look for my bow a little faster, see if I can snipe him.
Cool. You start doing that. You do see though, as he starts to move, Andrew pops up, grabs his rope around the drow neck, and in behind. This is going to be a opposed grapple.
I'm trying to figure out, is he a rogue or is he a monk? Is he a fighter? Like,
By
I don't know.
one, he has
He's not
barely
good at
got
perception. August said that.
I know.
wriggling back and forth with this
This
elf.
class is from sex appeal.
Immediately though, the
That is the dark glass.
you hear the other wagons. So Amelia just like, what's going on? You've got
Yes, the witch
limited time.
class.
You immediately go for the next
There
one.
we go.
Great.
There's 3 other bags here. There's like 2 more medium-sized and 1 large one. Which would you go for?
Probably the large one because my
Full
bow is
bow.
a.
It's a long bow, it's
And with
Yeah,
that,
big
just
old
King,
thing.
just natural insight. That's what we call street smarts. Zip open, bone
Bow and
arrows.
arrows.
Snipe,
Sweet.
snipe, snipe.
Is it any other like weapons, like swords or stuff? I have a short sword, right? Did that get taken?
No, it didn't. And you
I
do
have
have
my
a short sword.
on me.
You have short sword, bow, arrows, and shield all
Okay,
here.
well,
Sure, so we just strapped her and found
I'm
the whole
going
time.
to incapacitate. Is the dragonborn art still incapacitated?
The Dragonborn is already stirring. While you crit on him, just like punching him out, like
Cool.
because it's not like insane damage. I mean, you really only did 8 points,
Yeah.
but like I'm saying on a crit, that's enough to like stun. So just enough to like move.
Cool. Well, with this plethora of time I have,
So much time.
I still have my little magical things, so I'm gonna keep those on me. Going to free the lass and the other lady. There's 2 or 3 ladies in there.
There are 2 ladies and a young girl in there.
I'm gonna free those 3.
Awesome.
Free them of their binds.
You can run back in. You run in, and I'll say with that, because you get 2 attacks, boom, boom, you cut the binds. The 2 ladies right by the door, cut.
Right.
The Dragonborn wheels around, though, as he is now up. He looks at you. I need you to make me now a wisdom saving throw. As you see, he raises a scaled hand, and you can sense it's some sort of magic that he's about to do.
That's a 16.
Yeah, keep these in the middle.
Oh, 16. So we're in combat. Boom. Something was gonna hit you. You feel it pass as you see just smoke is starting to curl at his nostrils.
Oh no.
But whatever magic he tried to put you under, you resisted. You.
I'm gonna shout at the ladies, afraid to tuck tail and go.
You scream the. You yell at them. You though see immediately they stop. And don't know what to do though.
I mean, they're normal people.
I mean,
They're
I hold up the things. I say, go, go, go. You know.
You see, they kind of look. They start then moving. It's that. Well,
like,
so they're gonna start slowly moving out of the carriages. Getting this girl is still stuck. What happens next is you watch the 2 guys behind. This guy jumps off,
Oh, blimey.
raises. This looks to be a normal human. Raises his crossbow at you,
Oh
Oh,
no.
at me.
Merida.
Oh no.
You had 83 hit points as your maximum. You are now going to
I guess
take.
it's 83. Okay,
Uh,
I might need to
Someone
level-
hasn't leveled up.
I know, I haven't leveled up my character sheet.
She has
Don't think
36 hit points.
Total
What?
D&D Beyond.
Um,
But if he says 83,
83
I'm
is the
gonna
last-
stay with that.
you take 17 points of damage. You are down to 66 as poof, the arrows hit you, and as they hit, they shred open, and you feel that like hot warmth of like blood as shrapnel arrow hits you hard. You have these thorns now just on your chest and shoulders. You watch though the other guard coming out. This one
He's gonna
shoots
spear that
you.
girl. Uh-oh.
This guy comes down.
Oh,
As Andrew has this guy behind, you see he whips out another black chain and scroll. And as you see, as he whips it through the air, scroll burns black. Andrew screams for real now. You see that his back truly arches as black lightning rips through his skin, all spreading from that perfect point on his clavicle. Gah! That's a disadvantage now to keep this grapple on the guard. That's bad. The guard's gonna go. Ties. Andrew is keeping up. You see, he drops to one knee in pain. Keeps his binds over the neck though. Indeed, like boom down. Insane. That was a disadvantage, and he still got an
Take him out. Start
insane.
killing people.
It was
start
10,
shooting
but
people
compared
again.
to the 9.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that little girl, throw her out to her mom or whoever.
Which of the ladies? There's 2.
Whichever one that's
one
the
that
best.
Cool, just that one.
They look exactly the same. So
Yes, the tokens. Just, look, you're
the
painted
guy-
the same.
I have 2 attacks, right?
You do. You get 2 attacks.
Okay.
Join.
I'm gonna get on top of the wagon.
Ooh.
Yeah, clever.
Yes.
High ground.
You grab it.
Oh, yeah, the high ground wagon. Going for the guard that Asher's grappling, and then the.
Being eaten by the couch.
There's 2. So there's one guy that still has the chain. One guy has just fired crossbow, but it looks like he has more. There's the guy that is grappled, and there's the dragonborn underneath you.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. No, that might be impractical to shoot down through the thing into the dragonborn's head. But
You could.
I will say, right now on top of the wagon, you are getting an advantage from a height thing.
we'll do that.
As a ranged
Yeah.
attacker, you give it's like when John Smith climbs the roof.
Yep.
It's really nice to be up there.
You could also
So, yeah,
keep on doing the magic though.
What?
So
Shoot
you
the one doing
could
the
shoot the one
magic?
doing the magic though as well, because then
Because then
if
you
you definitely can't keep.
Right, so yeah, I'll shoot the guy doing the magic, and the guy that Andrew's grappling.
Sweet.
Right now.
You've got one to each. Go ahead and roll. I will remind you, you have some of your spells like Hunter's Mark and
Oh,
your
that's
other
right.
abilities
Yeah.
too.
Right.
Question:
Um,
being
Yeah.
from a higher vantage point, does that give her advantage, or does it
Yes,
just lower the
yes, that's-
DC? Okay, cool.
DC doesn't change. It's more just an advantage thing of like, okay,
Awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
I'm shooting from above, and so it's harder for them to hit me, but it's easier for me to hit them.
Yeah.
I forgot that I had luck too.
You
I could have
do.
re-rolled any of those horrible rolls.
You have
Meredith's got
Oh my
luck.
god!
Yeah.
You
I'm just
have-
like
Guys,
hitting
Oh.
me
I'm not the
right
one
there.
who forgets the steps.
Oh no, you're both the ones.
You
who
both
did it.
forget this cool.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
been gone for a while.
But no,
Yeah.
hey,
She has
still a
an
good
excuse.
story so far. You're doing
Yeah,
great.
So yeah,
You want
let's
some?
see. Oh, I have. Oh, just kidding.
That's a good catch.
No, wait, are they red vines or Twizzlers?
Twizzlers.
It's
You
not a red
asked
vine,
Twizzlers,
though.
And we all said yes.
It's not a red vine though.
But you asked Twizzlers.
I know.
You knew.
I'm making a joke.
So much. Oh, and I have spells too. I spit so much.
First hour of the session. Let's see if they can escape the slavers.
Yeah.
Please
Um,
succeed.
I'll just attack.
I mean, again, though, they're all kind of
I
like
have abilities,
normal
but, I don't
assholes
really
versus,
know
like, Meredith's a
what
pretty
those
high
are
level.
right now.
It's not
Yeah.
like if we're just
Well,
playing
they-
a demon
Wait,
lord.
what level
yeah.
am I?
You're a level 14, like Hunter Archer Ranger, and
They
these might
have-
just be some a-holes with spells.
They're, like,
Like, no, that's a good way to put it.
Fairly normal.
I mean, none of these guys are screaming. I mean, yes, the Dragonborn is a little more intimidating. None of these guys seem to be like, oh, shoot. Like,
Yeah, so
Also,
yeah, I'll.
random side note, less
Yeah.
important, but I do have a Master Tier subscription to D&D Beyond and a lot of content. So if August, you want to ever make a campaign on it for free,
and you can
I
share
can
stuff.
turn on content creation. Y'all can have my stuff.
Ooh,
Nice.
we gotta do that.
That's
Anyway,
just
sorry, I gotta run.
Yeah, I'll shoot the spellcaster.
Go for it.
Oh, that'd be funny.
So,
The guy. Oh,
yeah,
I
roll a
have-
hit with
oh,
those guys, yeah. And you've got, insane, I think it's still like a plus 11 to hit, if I'm remembering right. No, plus 12 to hit, because you got your Elven Bow.
Oh, that's right.
Pays to have insanely good decks.
And you get advantage because you're on top of the wagon.
Mhm. So whatever you get, you're going to add 12.
Well, both of those were rubbish. But I add 12, you said.
You do add 12, because again,
So
you are an
that is-
insane archer.
A 19.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's like
And
having a live
minimum-
trial of your
well-
attack rolls.
No, still roll each of them. You're going to roll a d8, and you're going to add 4. Yes. Oh no, with Elven Bow, you add, so it's 5. So you roll a d8 and then add 5, and so you're going to do damage. So let's roll the first one first.
That's a 11, thank you.
This dude that had the chain, arrow passes through his neck, falls.
Nice. That was very well done.
Show off.
It's
Show
these
off.
are normal. These are guys who are using magic and intimidation to ruin people's lives, and they can.
I feel no remorse.
You don't have to. These are evil people. It's not like, oh, I'm sorry. You want to hurt people? No more.
Okay. And then go for the guy that Andrew's
You
still
just
somehow
put a
grappling.
Dude, Andrew's
that
still
was
full.
impressive.
You just put a wooden cap
I
in
know
that
it's just
magic
dice,
user.
but like,
Yeah, full. Just
great story.
Second one is a, what you said, plus
Plus
5.
five.
Mhm.
So that's 8.
8. Dude is now looking really wounded. Barely holding on. You can tell.
Just
As
like,
you-
just have Andrew just push it in.
You see, Andrew actually is all just like, want to throw down an arrow or two? Any other weapons?
Do you have your
Oh
short
yeah,
sword?
I have the short sword.
You have swords up there?
I tossed the short sword down to him.
You object interaction, throw a sword.
Oh, and there's still another bag on the front, right?
Yes, there are still the
I
2 other
guess
medium
I'll
bags.
go-
Well, no, there's other people to kill, so then they don't kill.
There are still other people. Those were your attacks, though, and like that movement getting up on the wagon. Andrew's gonna go. Here we go. I forgot to have that ready.
I want to know his class so bad.
Yep. he's got a sword now. Oh wait, disadvantage. He's still in chains. Or not chains, but bindings. Still good.
That's a lot of dice.
What?
What's
Huh?
Um,
Smite.
They wanna know his class.
More likely sneak attack than
More
smite.
like-
You watch as Andrew grabs this,
What's with all the rogues in this?
rips through his bindings, and in the same motion, through the guy,
Oh.
down through, doesn't split, but from like skull to leg, just like slices
All
downward.
this for someone who's malnourished. Just
Yeah, you can tell he very dead.
Well,
Brings
she's
back
right.
full into epee form. Actually, Meredith, it's like, oh, he's been classically drained. You can tell,
oh yeah.
like full swordfire, just like.
Why do you have
Thank you! You can tell though he is looking really messed up though. And if he gets that shock again, bad stuff. That was his move though, so they're both now officially down.
So who we got left? We got the Dragonborn, who doesn't
I
have a
will-
scroll because I have it.
This
I
guy,
wanna pick up the scroll from
you
the
don't see though.
before someone else picks it up and uses
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I shot down to
Dragonborn
Asher to grab the scroll that he
Comes
Does Asher
out.
have movement, August?
Asher just took his turn
Does he have
breathing.
movement?
breathing.
Guess what? When you have 4 points of exhaustion,
Oh.
it's
like
impossible to
AOE.
move.
Yeah.
This dude has been a slave for 6 years and is not doing great. While yes, he does get sneak attack, he's got
He
disadvantage
is
on
a rogue.
disadvantage.
At
He's
least
got all
partially.
the stuff.
Oh, no,
There
it's
is some
just
rogue
a
stuff.
It has been lost.
But yeah, no, you can tell like
Nope,
yes, he
that's
does,
not.
but like he's already breathing heavy. Like yeah, good form, but like oh, this poor little beanpole's about to pass out. You see, Dragonborn has come out.
That is the funniest way to describe it.
This Dragonborn whips out just a simple dagger from his side and
cute.
doesn't go for you. Walks over and
No.
grabs this elf
No, oh no.
and
no,
puts it
no,
under
no,
her
no, no,
neck.
no, no, no. That's how some people say not good.
And you see, you just like, release her, or I. You see, he opens, lips pulling back, revealing teeth, or I have a good night snack.
Is it bad that I don't have any emotional attachment?
Yo, that's like a full Meg response.
That's,
It
yeah.
is.
It's fair. I mean, it's a tough
I
decision.
mean, okay.
You are
No
not
problem.
While you are
My
seeing though,
alignment is neutral.
before
so either way,
Meredith, before your turn though, the other archer will also get to go.
it's chaotic neutral.
He has reloaded.
As long as it's not lethal,
oh.
you can take it.
He has crit on you.
If it's not lethal.
This guy is.
Oh,
Yeesh.
I forgot about him. Damn it.
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
Merida, you take 33 points of damage.
Ow.
You are down to 33. That like halved you.
Ouch.
This one rakes into your knees and legs. As you feel like it's like if you've ever fallen into like a cactus or thorns, like it's just like that, just that lingering pain. It feels hard to move. As you, you see he has this like horrible
and I don't
shit
have
in
my
grip.
armor.
You don't have your armor
Oh,
right now. That's
Bloody hell.
you have your weapons though. The shield like helps a little bit, but the problem is this dude is unloading. That now makes your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the front. See if I can find my armor in any of those. I mean, there's one bag left, so it must be in that.
There's 2 bags left actually. There's 2 medium bags.
Okay, well, I'll open both of them.
If you open both, that will probably take up your full action. You would have like a quick object interaction to maybe try one.
But I have a bonus action, don't I?
You do.
I know you're
Well, no, then you can take this and just put it
Bonus
in.
action.
Well, I'm not. I didn't.
That's what I'm trying to think. Is like, would you be able to bonus action like try to just rip them open real quick? I'll say for the sake of this encounter, yes. Normally though, yeah, it's like because it's or rather it's the bags are going to be easy enough to look inside.
Yeah.
In most other encounters, it would then be actions to like search around and make checks. You open the first bag. What you see inside is a couple things actually. You see scrolls. You see a chain, and you also see a leather-bound tome.
I'll take it. Why not?
Sling it over your back. Open the other one. your armor, your food, your rations, all the other stuff. You think it's that like, oh, they had divvied up, like here's the armor we sell and here's the weapons we sell.
Yeah.
You've got the armor. It would now be like definite full action to put on the armor
Yeah.
though.
I don't think I'll take it. Put it on. Do I still have an attack? Because that was just opening the bag.
That was just something. So you would still have an action from
Okay,
here. Yeah.
so my action, instead of putting on the armor, I'm just gonna shoot that guy in the head because he shot me twice, and I don't appreciate that.
You can
Gotcha.
shoot the guy that has the.
Shoot
I
the guy
like
who has
it.
The what?
The
Has
knife.
the person-
I think we already established she doesn't care about the
Oh
lady.
yeah.
It's like, unfortunately, I don't have attachment, and I am trying to survive. It's kind of that bad situation.
Yeah,
Like, it's great if I can save the other people, but
and honestly, I
first
forgot
priority
about
is
that
me.
in like the moment of me getting shot. So
That's fair.
And this is
Also, you have 2 attacks.
I do. I do.
you do have 2 attacks.
You can shoot him twice.
If
kill
you
him,
try,
then-
yeah, you could
And
try like
Would the
and.
hunter's mark like add extra damage to one of them?
That costs a bonus.
But that's a bonus
Oh,
action,
okay,
and I'm
yeah,
saying your
bonus
bonus action would have been like grab.
Yeah,
So you've got the
okay.
stuff, which is
So
helpful.
if I have 2 attacks, I'll shoot the Dragonborn first because that guy's got a reload still. So
Gotcha. He does. He's got to try to get that reload off.
yeah. So I'll shoot the Dragonborn, and then if
Sweet.
that does what I want it to, then I'll shoot the other guy.
Go for it.
Oi, they. That's a 3, but I have plus 12 too.
You have
Luck-
plus 12.
You have luck points.
I have
Luck.
luck points.
You have 3 per day.
Bloody
So-
hell.
You have 3 per day. Those are good. 3 free
I'm
rerolls.
gonna
Meredith's
reroll
lucky.
that.
You've got it. Go for it. Yeah.
I have a luck.
Luck of
You-
Walrus.
Okay, that's much
She's
better. That's
Scottish.
a 24.
Oh, this arrow's hitting.
Yeah.
Roll that d8. Add 5.
That's a
11.
11. Thank you.
Same roll as last time.
Sticks in mouth, like pointing out the side of the jaw. This
Enjoy
first
your midnight
arrow.
snack.
Ah! You see, he's not down. Already looking really bad, though. I mean, having an arrow through the jaw doesn't
Yeah.
help. So you have another attack. You could try to attack him, or you could split and go for the other person now.
Does he still have his knife against the person's throat? Or is
Yes,
he
he still's got the knife. Still has the knife. He still's got the knife.
Yeah, I'll just go for him again.
Go for it.
Because I guess I'm a good person, damn it.
Damn
That's
it!
strategic as well, right? Fewer people to like have to fight off.
Yeah.
If you can
That's
heal
true,
it
that's
fast.
true.
It's true. That's 14 plus 12, which is a
26.
Very nice.
Roll the d8 plus 5.
That's another 11. That's you just like rolling a 6.
You arrow
It's better
taut
than
hits your first arrow, rips out through his head.
Oh!
This dragon falls to the ground. This woman, or this elf woman, just starts screaming and running.
Yeah, you should have ran the first time.
These two are trying to go.
Saves the woman's life.
that
Talks back
makes-
to her when she
Like,
doesn't
he's
know.
a
Yeah,
man,
you
how dare
should
you
be
go
a
down,
better
guys.
husband.
Merida,
Right.
these guys are running in. The last
Oh,
carriage
they were the
drivers.
first cart
Bloody hell.
in the.
Okay.
They go before Andrew, though,
Well,
unfortunately.
that's a problem.
This first one, excuse me,
This is not good.
wrong one. This guy is going to level his crossbow at you.
Honestly, Merida, maybe this is when you take, not Garfield, Andrew and run.
No, yeah, that's what I was gonna
But
do
he can't
next.
run.
But
Ooh,
Dustin.
You
Merida.
drag it.
15 points
Well,
of
you guys
damage.
have very good strength.
As
I bet you could carry.
You
That would be
15.
hilarious.
You are
He's a
down to
beanpole.
18
Just
points
hijack
left.
it.
As
Oi.
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't
they
realize
will-
it's
there
like
we go.
as you hit the dragonborn, you feel thorns rake up your back now.
Where's Angus?
As this
That's an
happens,
excellent question.
this guy, this is going to be a bad box of doom because this guy is
Some snuggly duckling.
bringing out his chain against Andrew.
Nar!
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 Yeah.
Oh, no,
I will tell you right now.
Hey, can we not
Kills
call
the
out the hot
NPC.
guy? That's the only
It
thing
would. So sorry. Maybe I should clarify. It's not like this would kill him, but he would be downed. Which then
So
is
he
like
couldn't do
there's
awesome
an
stuff.
ally got right.
Which I mean, I was probably gonna have to drag him anyway, so.
315.
True.
That's a lot of high numbers.
Don't shove berries in his mouth.
20.
There's a what in his mouth?
Berries.
Good
You know,
berries.
good
Good
berries.
Berries.
Them
Good
good
berries.
I'm like,
Berries.
the berries.
Oh.
What?
The best!
You watch as roiling black lightning rips through his body as poof, he falls to one knee you see breathing heavily, horribly bloodied, barely alive.
So wait, was it Daphne or
Wild.
Disney?
It was
I'll leave.
the need
It's
to
been a
do.
good run.
It's
Thank
been a
you for
good run.
having me.
Thanks for having. Merida,
Don't forget your shake.
Oh yeah.
he does
That's
not
kind of
have basically movement right now. You watch though, he is going to level his sword and try to hit the guy with the chain. It's a disadvantage.
Oh, dude.
You can lucky his rolls too, you know.
Can I?
Yeah, you can actually impose
I will tell you.
disadvantage on
And then
someone.
you can pick.
So yeah,
His-
lucky him.
I will take the lower of the two.
And roll.
Yeah.
Yo, did he crit? That would've been-
No, not crit, but he is going to hit.
Yeah.
Gonna get some of that
I
damage
have
in.
some experience with
Um,
lucky feats.
It
Yeah,
unfortunately
gotta
though,
do
there's no sneak attack right now because he doesn't. You're not close enough to this guy. Might be able to hit him and down him. You watch Andrew looks at this guy chain. This like half orc dude, you know, with the chain hat, looks at him. You see Andrew. Piss off! Boom! Throws the sword, slams into this guy's chest. Guy topples backwards.
Well, that's a
Whew.
good battle card.
Help! I mean, spellcasters are usually the more weaker. Here's now the two very important rolls. The crossbowmen are going to go before you. They've got to try to reload though right now. Like, because again, these are different. Again, specialty crossbows aren't just like easy go.
Wait, what am I reading?
He misses the first one. Come on, second one, and Merida, the second one has successfully reloaded. He's going to try to hit you.
Should've put your-
Merida, currently right now, your armor class is a 14, unlike your
terrible
usual
armor.
18. With your armor, or excuse me. It's 16, right? Would that have hit you before? Yes, it would. Your armor class is 16.
It's really good.
This guy has a +6 to hit.
It's like my
So if he hits a 10 or higher, he's going to hit you. So almost a 50-50, a little bit less.
Oh, I love that.
Mistakes.
I really like that thick, like the thickest skin.
Wait,
on the
hey,
planet.
if
But,
the
I
lucky
also
can
can
happen
launch
whether or not you know the
Lucky
outcome.
doesn't help against enemies. You can give it to allies. You can't give it to enemies.
You can
Um,
actually
You can impose
make
disadvantage
anyone-
on it.
It's not advantage or disadvantage. You can make any roll, add an additional d20, and then you get to pick which of the d20s it was that is used. That's how
Would you
lucky
like,
works.
Merida? I have just rolled a crit.
Oh yeah, roll again.
Let's roll
I'm
again.
gonna use my last lucky point. See if
Okay.
Lucky is nice.
Thank you, rules layer. Clap.
I apologize.
Merida, would you
No, no,
rather
no,
have the
don't
nat
apologize for
20, or would you rather have the 4?
I'm gonna just the 4. I'm gonna do that.
Insanely good as crossbow bolt breaks on his hand, right? Like doesn't even get off the shot, right? Because again, if these things miss, they're gone, right? I mean, they're splinter weapons. That's you. There's these two guys left.
Okay, I'm going to get Asher and get the hell out.
You could kill them and save all the other people. What?
She
There
doesn't
are
have
2
other
other
points to worry
wagons.
about.
And there's only 2 guys left. So that's the
Oh,
trick.
wait,
is
only
two
two guys
guys
left?
for the 2 wagons?
Total.
the 2 guys total left.
Total?
There were 6 people here, and you've
Okay.
downed 4.
Okay,
You
I
could-
guess I have 2 attacks.
I guess.
I
Guess
guess.
And
Yes.
you've got your bonus action if you want to try the Hunter's Mark. Add in some d6 on it.
Yeah.
Or I could put my armor on.
Well, that would be
No.
That would be
Yeah.
full action because
Okay,
again,
never
it's
mind.
quickly like strapping up. It
Never mind.
yeah.
Yeah, what's
Imagine
this
someone
one?
can cast
For
haste on
Hunter's
you.
Mark.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get to add a d6.
Okay,
So
yeah, I'll do Hunter's Mark.
cool. Which one do you want to go for first? I mean,
Wait,
get,
is
like,
one of them already?
4 actions.
neither of them have taken damage
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
so they're kind of like both.
However, the
flush.
extra
one is
action
the most
from
I will
Haste,
tell you,
cannot cast a
this
spell.
guy is a human. So is this guy.
That's
The half orc, the drow, the dragonborn, and the other human are all already down. So you're only dealing with humans.
Okay.
Okay,
Is it Hunter's Mark? Is it one specific?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, if your
Once you
target
get one,
downs,
then
you
you
can
switch it to
swap
the
it to a
other.
new
Okay.
one.
Should we just like
You
crowd the
didn't
range and get the
Hunter's
horses to trample the
I thought that
closest
was
guy?
X.
No, that's
Can I
Hunter's
do
Mark. You
that?
get to
Would
switch
a
it.
horse listen to
If
me?
you are the one
Do you
who's
have?
down
I think
with
you
the-
have
Sure,
animal
that makes
handling.
sense.
Yep.
Okay, because I'm
So
like, I
could
know
I just
X,
have
you
him
can just
trample
move
that
in
and do
really
it for
quick.
me?
Merida, if you want to
So
use
would
an
that be
action
like
to
an
try to,
object interaction or something?
this is it's called an animal handling. Is you're gonna try to like
So
get
would
the
that be an
animals.
action or a free check?
That's an action. So instead of using like 2 actions or 2 attacks to hit them,
Yeah.
you use 1 action to try to trample them with this wagon.
Okay.
Are we getting run over by a full wagon?
A full that's a very sure way to kill a normal person.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run over that guy with a wagon.
All right,
And then
Merida.
back it up, run into the
She wouldn't even have
Oh
to.
my god.
I
Yeah,
need you-
it's just a U-turn.
You're just using I mean you're
Yeah.
using the wagon's move. Go ahead. Let's make a animal handling. I think I don't know if we've updated. You should have, according to these notes that I have on your character, a +5 in
Oh
animal
yeah,
handling.
this is not updated.
We need to update your
One
stuff.
bit.
Yeah.
So I
Good
might
job.
have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Cool. A +5 to animal handling.
Hey, your tray is cocked, by the way.
Can I?
Hmm. Yeah.
Gonna say
Yeah,
that.
you can level it
Some-
up.
Yeah, no, level it and roll again.
I offer you the wormwood.
I know, but the wormwood has given me.
The wormwood
mixed
has been
results.
quite evil to Izzy. I mean, we'll be nice. We'll be
It
nice.
doesn't like her.
Like, she kept rolling 8s and 6s, and then I would roll like
Ooh.
15s and 17s.
Seven.
Okay, but I have +5. You said so.
So
it's
7.
And I mean, if
You
they're
ain't
already
done.
reined in,
Do I have anything?
You
Wanna get more lucky points?
no lucky
Do I have
points.
more lucky?
Merida,
What
you
else?
have gotten the horses. A 7 is like that base, like they're not gonna trample yet, but you get the reins. You have reins.
Okay.
It is Andrew's turn then.
Oh well,
'Cause-
no, I
oh.
still have an attack, so I'm gonna shoot.
At least one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one you hunter's mark. Sure. Yes. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, I'll
So
do that.
so try the
Do I
animal
have
handling check.
advantage with Hunter's Mark?
Actually,
How's that
I'm
work?
gonna be so nice to
So-
you, and I shouldn't even say nice. This is how we work. You can do a free check per turn.
It's true. It's true.
So I won't count that as your action. If it is succeed, that would have been your full action.
Oh, okay.
But
well,
that was a free check. Like, hey, can I get these horses on my
so I
side?
still
Still
have
get
my 2
two.
attacks?
You've got 2 attacks.
Okay,
I'll be
well,
fair.
I'm
That's how I
gonna
run
shoot
it.
that guy, and if he dies, then I'll shoot the other guy.
Sweet.
So you get to add. Is it only
A D6 on a hit.
D6 on the damage.
It's a D6.
D6 for
Okay.
damage.
It doesn't give you advantage, but it does do extra damage.
Okay. I
Do
don't
you
even
think
know
we'll
when
get
what
copyright
because it's not
strike if
updated,
Plus
so-
12.
Asher's face profile is Andrew.
Fun fact: I had to like take Andrew's or whoever this may be his face, and I did a little face merging just with like fun stuff to make him kind of look Andrew, but not enough. You never know. What I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So yes, that is
Very uncanny
that is an Andrew
Yeah,
base.
very.
I just added in some fun stuff, so his hair's a little bit more red, eyes a little more greenish, like
Yeah. Okay, that was a 12.
Well, 14.
Oh wait,
plus 12.
14.
14.
14. That sounds actually paying attention.
Good, because 14 does hit. Go ahead and roll a D8 and a D6, and then add 5.
I just
Okay, that
observed.
is
I'm
eight.
sorry.
That is 13.
13. Boom! Through the head again. This dude topples.
Okay.
Your hunter mark, the magic
Holy
is
shit, move
open. Do you want to move it to the last one?
Yeah.
And
Let's do that.
shoot
guy.
him.
Boom. Last one.
And I
You
have a, you said I have a +12.
Yeah,
You
plus
have
12.
plus 12.
Okay.
You train your bow. You feel the hunter's mark move on this last slaver.
That is a 12.
That's
So
it.
21.
21.
21.
D6 plus D8
Plus 5.
plus 5.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's-
15.
Oh, he's dead.
Merida, how do you want your arrow to kill him?
He's the last dude.
You see this
I'm
last
on
dude.
top of the wagon, so maybe like
Yeah.
through the top of the head, out his arse.
Full. This dude
That
is
is very
leaning
funny.
over,
Humiliating.
quickly jamming another crossbow
Yeah.
bolt in, trying his best again, ripping it out, looks up,
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
topples to the ground. Andrew looks up. We are out of initiative completely. You have killed all these slavers.
There we
Covered in
go.
slivers.
Covered in stuff. Oh, it hurts so bad. You have 6 hit points, or not 6 hit points. You have 18.
wow.
Andrew has, or well, whatever he had, 6. You are both sitting there. Andrew says, "Hold on now."
Come to you.
You see, he starts dragging himself over to grab the sword out of the guy's chest and drop. You hear these 3 ladies that were in your car are all running as fast as they can. You hear though commotion. The other 2 wags people have started talking. We don't have to do it because I mean, you're free, right? You can just kind of move around. Slipping off the car with your bow, poof, breaking the lock.
Yeah.
Open one wagon. The wagon in front of you had a ton of dwarves. No, not the 7 dwarves. Mary, you've actually probably met them in passing. But rather just like 4 or 5 dwarves. You see they break open. They're just, right, wasn't expecting a rescue, but I'm glad to be damned out of that cart. You see, grabs you. Thank you kindly. All of them scamper off and are immediately gone. You go back to the last wagon. Poof, break the lock.
Why wouldn't they just commandeer the cart that they're on?
They are just fleeing on foot.
Okay, that's fair.
They're not taking
Normal
much.
people are not strategic in a crisis.
The last cart, you break open and see a large Goliath person.
Oh.
Boom, boom. Looks at you. No. But you see, he looks at you. You see, he's in full, like, iron chain, just like, you the new slaver?
No. I shoot the lock off his chains.
Hell yeah! You see, yeah, shoot. This Goliath goes over, takes one hand, punches down on this wagon, breaks it, takes the body of one of the slavers, throws it, just kind of like laughing as he just starts smashing these carts as fast as he can. You see, he goes over, he like breaks it, go horses! Go!
I grab one of those horses.
You grab one. All
You
right,
wanna grab another?
you grab one before
At
you.
least one.
No,
He
no,
gets to
it's
ride
gotta
a
be
horse.
romantic.
You see the.
Yeah, exactly.
You go free the horses.
What?
You free the horses?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He'll let you take one, but breaks the last of it. Ushers these horses away, just like, right. Now I can go back to work, digging in my mines. Boom, boom, boom. As he's you see Andrew just. I'm sorry. Did he say he worked in mines for a living?
I guess you get paid for it though.
Anything for a paycheck. Would you mind the last of my cuffs?
Yeah.
Take it now. What's obliged? You see, he gets like a half a moment where he's just. Going to be completely honest, I didn't honestly think we were going to live. I think I'm in a bit of a life debt to you.
Ye of little faith. Let's figure out where we are, so then I can find my lads, my mates.
Oh, you got friends.
Armor on now.
Oh, then we
Is
wouldn't
that
be.
so unbelievable?
Merida, here's what's gonna. This is a bit of a like time lapse. Basically, you can't move, even with a horse. Andrew has 4 points of exhaustion.
Right.
And you have all the thorns. It takes a day. Like as you guys, you take the horse, you ride off and out. Right. It's like, hey, if anyone comes.
Does he sit backseats or frontseats?
Oh, he is flopped over a bag of flour on the horse while you ride.
Obviously.
As though you guys stop, and you kind of get to learn more about it. As like, of course, like slowly taking out these like hard like metal wood splinters from you, as he just rests for the first time in 6 years. He just like, right, well, Andrew Asherstag, your slave, if you want to call me, but let's go with friend.
Yeah, you're not my slave.
Oh,
Let's
good.
go with the friend thing.
You made
I
it
don't need a
so
slave.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but princess. I mean, do you have slaves as a princess?
No.
Oh, you're one of those nice princesses. That's nice.
I would hope so.
Oh, you'd be surprised how many of the high royalty have slaves, even if they don't know about it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh, God's above my back. Sorry. The lining, the nervous system just breaks out, and you just.
Yeah, that didn't look pleasant.
Not at all. Have you ever had a horse stamp on your back?
Actually, yeah.
No way! Listen, I was training with one of my brothers back when I was young. Like, we were riding a horse. Same thing. Yeah, it hurts, right? Like,
Yeah, especially when it's Clydesdale with wings.
oh! Wings? And
I'm
you
a
guys,
horse, Pegasus, Angus.
I'm not surprised. Seems like you've gone with the best luck.
I've got luck.
He's
Meredith-
also the person who became a slave.
You guys take it's a couple days.
For
What
like
you
a
end
minute,
up
and then she
learning.
murdered everyone.
That's
Yeah.
true, that's
She's
true.
lucky.
It was
You guys,
just-
For like 5 seconds.
let me. I
No,
can
we're
pull up the
good now.
map
I
for
don't
you
like
guys.
this.
You
That
can
was fun.
see what
Not my
where you're at.
3 rounds of combat?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
3 rounds.
Seconds.
Yeah, in like less than a minute, you're dead on the ground. All of these men. As Merida, you guys are traveling or like slowly moving, even on horseback, taking rest like almost every hour, just because Andrew's body just needs time to heal. You discover that in terms of your relationship with the world, where is
That's an interesting way to
Gentian?
put it.
Desanya, here we are.
Hello,
You guys
Desanya.
were about midway between Duckburg and Magencia.
Whoa.
In that they did a hard ride, get you guys like far away from Magencia. Andrew probably explained too, in that like once you guys got that like, hey, this is where we're at. You guys were off main roads, probably taking thieves' paths, like smuggler routes. As when you kidnap people from a city, the important thing is you go as fast as you can before stopping.
27.
Yeah.
Like,
Merida though, this but hard like ragged ripped clothes. We're no longer in.
Does he happen to wear a red flannel?
No.
Exactly.
You do
Like
travel.
Oh, that's so helpful.
And for the rest of you, here's what happens. For the rest of you, this is what we're going to approach. It is the first day, or rather now late afternoon, of the first day of Elysian 9261.
Awesome.
Merida, that morning, you woke up with Andrew. You guys, like, simple fires, this horse that, like, you haven't really had a chance to name if you want, but, like, it's kind of here. You guys have been seeing sleepy. As you wake up with a chill down your spine. As Andrew wakes up, too, you can, like, and helping get him awake, you see just, like, red skies this morning. I've heard that's bad luck. Hey, worst of it has to be behind us, right?
Oh.
As you guys travel closer to Magencia, the rest of you on the road that afternoon, you see 2 figures approaching.
August, I would like to perceive.
Dumbo, you take that minute looking. You see off in the distance, again, great eyesight plus that perception, a horse with a rider and something on the back, like not in like a bad drape, but again, just in that like, hey, it hurts to sit and move. So
sort of just flag everyone down.
you guys flag, because Dumbo,
Well,
as you look
spineless.
closer,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
a like blood and scars still kind of on you. Like you have your armor on now, Merida. Of course.
I
you
didn't bring a change of clothes. I didn't know I was gonna.
Right, like you didn't know you're gonna get kidnapped and attacked. All of you see Merida approaching in the distance.
Oh, cool. I start sprinting with my horse towards her because she's
Okay,
the
so
first friend
she's
I
alive.
made here.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, someone I know.
Oh gosh, say where you were going. So.
Oh no! All of
There
you
goes Ryan.
ride up.
She's alive then.
You guys, as you ride, Dumbo and Pocahontas are going to light on the ground. Merida, you see tall, impressive Asmar woman. Last Asmar woman you actually met was Tiger Lily. And this looks to be like if Tiger Lily had like dyed her hair jet black, but like it looks very natural, like probably not a dye, but like 7.5 tall, like very impressive. Giant locks on. You have met Dumbo, of course. And Merida, I don't think you've ever met, but oh no, you did. Flynn briefly, half elf, riding alongside with Rapunzel. All of you are reunited.
Oh my
Have
gosh,
you
we're
seen
gonna
me
be
fly
big.
yet?
Congrats on
Oh,
surviving the
boy,
night.
come out of the
It's
sky.
a long story. We've got a friend now.
Oh, I thought
You-
there was a dead man on your back.
Oh no.
Hand raises. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Is he okay?
can
I
we-
can do lesser restoration now.
Ooh, but
Can that do anything
I
for
don't-
exhaustion?
it doesn't do it for points
I
of
think the
exhaustion.
only
I'm so
thing for
excited.
exhaustion is you have to sleep, right? Like there's
Yes.
no.
Would it
Oh my
be
goodness.
And so it's been
more
helping,
your
like taking
friend
these like
flew.
for the first time in how many
Flew in
years,
the arms of-
getting actual
You
good
know
nights.
what?
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Andrew. Nice to meet
Andrew.
you people. Oh,
What,
these are
Andrew?
lads you were talking about,
Yeah.
Merida.
Nice.
Lads?
I said lads, I meant mates. But
Oh, mates.
Oh,
Good mates.
Andrew, called worse.
Would you feel more comfortable being carried by one of our flying friends here? And I point to the Asmar or Dumbo.
Dumbo sort of
You can
kneels
fly-
down in front of
oh,
him
right.
and looks at him.
You see,
Does
Andrew,
he appear to be diseased in any
Merida.
way? Is it like, does
No.
he have any sort of like infection or
What you
anything?
guys see? No, he doesn't
Okay.
look to be like, in fact, just like absolutely better.
No,
Merida,
it's-
you see, after having spent
Why
like
this
almost 3 days slow traveling, Andrew looks on guard again, rightfully so, maybe, just because like, okay, they're your friends, but
He looks on guard. Andrew, not to worry.
no, this is something he's just doing with Merida, not you. It's do they say fly with people?
Oh yeah. I don't know that lady, but he can fly. I guess I didn't know that.
Yeah, you
That's
see the
yours. Come on.
Yeah.
you unfurl your wings and give like a
your
shrug with them,
nipples were burning.
Ears.
or your ears.
We
Um,
haven't gotten to that
right.
part yet.
Cool.
Have you guys been in the wilderness for like the past week?
Yeah. pretty
Oh
much.
boy, you missed a lot.
Oh, but, long story
Right.
short, there has been a clericide, and there's literally a cleric side.
There are
All the
Murder
terrorists
of
left.
all the clerics.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like
There's
there's
like
one left.
maybe one.
This is all again. Andrew's just draped over a horse.
No,
It's
This
just
like-
like
is under
Davey,
our
yeah,
protection.
We
yeah.
have Davy and a half.
Her being the half.
Davey and a half.
She just started down.
So yeah, and he's
Merida-
under high.
dark stuff. They explained to you that there was an attack not only in Magencia but across the world. Any major temple of a god was struck by dragons, and the
Eat that.
only cleric that has yet to be properly found was Davy. This, apparently
And
a
he
cleric
died
of
twice.
Dionysus, and Rapunzel, who has some clerical gifts, or just like in starting to talk to Tiger Lily now as a goddess. That's about it.
All the holy people are gone.
Also, we did take out one of the demon lords.
That was pretty
Oh
holy now,
my
though.
gosh, that was so fun, and nothing
Got a
else
divine
happened.
commission.
Nothing.
And like I'm
nothing
staring at
Yeah,
them.
there's someone that I also ate.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But now instead
Yep.
of just needing to take out 6 demon lords, we need to take out 8.
Hey, there's a full complement.
Oh, so this is what we're doing next. Is we're going.
Yeah, you remember
Yeah,
Sean,
okay,
you
so
and I
basically
don't
We
remember
might
the
want
one.
to leave
Yeah,
your
they're
friends
back.
somewhere a little safer.
Well, I mean,
Everyone's
unless
so
it's
excited
You
about
see,
Merida.
I have a bit of a debt to pay.
Oh, so you can't leave her to the dead space. Cool.
I mean,
okay.
I could, but I guess I don't want to. You cool?
I mean, I would say that it's nothing because I do that all the time. I save
You
people
rescue
all the time.
poor, absolutely malnourished, anemic gentlemen all the time, do you? All right. I
Yeah,
get it.
actually.
I have to
Oh,
go like
I didn't
eyes,
know that.
eyes to you.
Eyes,
Because
eyes,
Ryan
eyes.
is a chronic shipper.
Nice. Is
I'm
it?
not sure I understand.
All right. I'm fine flying
Well,
with
let's
whoever.
get you well first before we.
Speaking of
think
flying, where's your
Also-
Pegasus?
And I point
Where
to you
is
and
Angus?
I
All of you make me a perception check.
Oh, crap.
Where's my boy?
Oh, you're Angusy boy.
Angus.
I would like to
I
steady
look
eye.
bad.
Steady eye.
I
Yeah.
got an 11.
This is a
10.
I was trying to.
Guys, I almost got
Okay,
that 20.
that is a 22.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
got it.
12.
Actually, the frying pan is now
This is
Flynn's.
what I
said
rolled.
perception.
Flynn has the
And
frying
thanks
pan,
to
I do
reliable
not.
talent, it's still a 22.
He threw his sword because he rolled
I
2
rolled
nat ones
that.
in
Oh
a
my
row.
God.
So,
What
then I
is-
gave him the
Oh,
frying pan because
my
he wasn't
perception.
having
Right.
it.
That's
your
so
perception.
But I had
It is a wisdom based. Actually, I think your perception is only a 1.
Okay.
It's not like great. Well, like I mean, as opposed to stuff like your investigation or animal handling stuff like that.
I got a 14.
14. So I think 22 is the highest, but
Yeah, I
still
got a 16.
And then another
pretty
one.
decent across the board.
Where's my
All
boy?
of you look around, not in the sky, not around you. Merida's Pegasus is nowhere to be seen.
Because we boarded him.
All the way back in Magencia.
Uh-oh.
Did we leave him?
He is still, he's
thought
still
you
in
were
the
taking
stable,
him.
back at the inn,
Oh.
basically. He's just.
Chilling.
You could
Oh
assume,
no,
like,
we
it's.
would have brought him to the castle at least. We wouldn't have left him in the inn.
I will say this.
That's
No, I don't think we
Unfortunately,
brought it.
because of the idea of, oh, Merida's off doing Merida things, we're not gonna like
Oh,
pry
that's
into her personal
fair.
life. It's that, oh, she'll get Angus when she wants.
Yeah.
My boy. Oh.
Pocahontas
So bad.
turns just. Is this a Pegasus that you have in Magencia? I will fly back and retrieve it.
Oh,
I didn't mean to leave him. I feel like such a bad parent.
She and John Smith are really
What is-
crazy cool.
Do you know what the name of the inn was?
It was the Snuggly Duckling. And because I have keen mind, motherfucker, I know exactly what street it's on.
And
So
you
I
can
give
give
the
the
exact address.
street, you give everything. You see Pogo, I will fly back with him as soon as possible.
Oh, thank you so much. I haven't even.
Gives
properly
that
met
like
you yet.
just like good long second look with John. Unfurls golden wings of light.
Feel like a bunch of sexual
Foom.
Man, she's great.
Yeah,
As
she-
literally she flies off into the sunset back to
Does she
Magencia.
tell him?
Hell. Where's the
How is that?
who has
Are
the
you
scabbard
supposed to be a
in this
diplomat? That's
relationship?
not something you ask someone.
I am a human, not just a diplomat.
Okay,
And I wasn't
now
talking
on
to
another
him.
note.
All of you just happened to stop talking when I said
Small
that. Okay?
child in the room.
Yes. On another note, Alyssa did point out to me that it's funny how Merida is sitting next to Eleanor. Queen. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will take my dagger.
No.
Love you.
Real life running from your goal.
No
You can
daggers.
blame it on her. She's the one who said it
But you
first.
guys, Merida, the party will fill you in, and then in that like little recap, yes, there are 8 demon lords that exist in the world. One was slain in
So
Magencia.
now 7.
There were
Um,
supposed to have been 7. We killed one, and then suddenly it was 8 again.
So
So,
9
yeah.
total.
We recruited 2 new ones.
Which you guys still don't know why.
We do know that Sean, you, and the other thing was stolen.
Sam has a guess, but Dumbo doesn't.
Sam has a guess, Dumbo doesn't. Merida basically, and in the recap of everyone, and Andrew actually might fill in the tunnels underneath Magencia that Andrew, upon hearing, might go, built those, I think. That
You're
it sounds
telling
like
me that you were forced to build holes for a demon. Would you happen if we came across
you ever
other
see it?
places? Would you remember?
I've been here, I believe, what would be 2 years. I'm not sure.
Okay.
The last place I was moved, I think I was somewhere colder, and then I came here that I now know is Magencia. They didn't give us the specifics of locations.
Gotcha.
And Merida, and for everyone in that just brief recap of, yes, there was a Claricide. Currently, the best we have is Meg. You heard rumors of stuff in Agrabah.
Right, that's where we're at.
Merida, this is where I want you to make me an investigation
It's
check.
Iago.
You have
Iago's
another
investigation.
bag.
Oh, I love
The
that.
bag, oh right.
You had a
Yes,
bag you
please.
picked up. I would even say this right as you talk about like, oh, like you were there. You just, sorry, I was just a slave here. I really wasn't anywhere for the past 2 years.
That's fine. I mean, again, it's not like you can control that.
Upon
Which,
hearing
by the way,
he
do
probably
you need
built
food?
those tunnels just randomly, Dumbo will sort of just look at him and perceive more than perceive. I would like to divine sense,
Oh.
just in case.
And you said an investigation check?
An investigation check, yes.
So that was a 19.
19. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. We've stopped recording as we've run out of space.
Oh.
We're still streaming. I can get the stream
Okay.
recording later. Interesting.
That's good.
I'll have to get this. I didn't realize I had already filled up so much. I mean,
Well, hey, while we're in this brief pause, can we get food?
yes, let's take a. We're still streaming though.
Oh, we're still streaming. Hi.
That's what I'm saying is I can get the.
totally care
I
about
can
you
get the
guys.
recording from the stream. I just can't get it from
Well,
the
get up
space.
and get food anyway.
You're allowed to
Look,
get
I
food.
got
Give me
things
a
Hawaiian
minute.
rolls and roast beef down there
Oh,
too.
I will
Roast beef,
take
you
some.
said.
of that.
Roast beef that I could probably have.
Absolutely, I'm pretty sure it's roast beef.
Eleanor.
It was.
Oh,
It
no.
was
I
Emma.
thought it was
And the bean dip is Eleanor safe. It's just like with her bean dip.
Eleanor.
Eleanor,
Eating
was
all
it?
of
I wasn't looking
I'm
up.
gonna take a roll. Did I already have 6 rolls today?
So Merida,
Duly
you
noted.
got a 19. What you find is
I am over here in
you
person.
got that book
Yes, you is.
basically, and what Andrew showed you is
I
the
need to show off.
chain looked to be like an extra, and a lot of these scrolls were like, hey, on the matter of binding slaves. You know, this runic stuff that like it doesn't give a lot of help into like how to get this off of Andrew, like you know the rune on his clavicle, but stuff that's like if you were to like show someone, it might help eventually.
Okay.
The leather-bound book though You weren't sure because it looked to be just a big old book of, like, times and dates and places, but places seem to have been in code. Things were different.
Bull.
Excellent.
But
Sorry.
what you find is looking at this book, starting to look at, like, Andrew being there, right, asking, would you have, like, dug other places, whatnot. Some stuff starts looking a bit familiar.
I'm going to tell her to look for a name Jubilex? Jubilex?
Oh, one of the ones that we read about in the library?
Yes. Can I give her the help action, or can I do something?
This
too?
thing, you can both do it. It's not like
Okay,
you can
cool.
both...
Be nice to me, be nice to
Rapunzel,
me.
you
be
have
nice
that,
to
and
me, be nice
Rapunzel,
to me.
you have the leather book that you found.
I do.
Not again.
So does that do anything? Like, do I get advantage or no?
It's just, it's prompting a roll.
Okay, so I have a 12. Do I add history or?
Yes, Grandma Candy.
Yes.
Okay, then I have. Oh, I have a 19.
But also, I'm like, I have so much
So
knowledge.
much knowledge.
A 19.
You're cursed.
Amazing. And, Merida, when you have a moment, you can make that same, it's a, like, history kind of check. In that, like, starting to look at this book, and it's almost like you're cross-comparing notes of, like, well, I found a book with a bunch of slavers where
Well, I
people...
found a book with a demon lord.
Right, and so, but, like, the Demon Lord book doesn't make sense because it's in a language you don't know, and
What's
just...
Synth 20?
Synth
We
20.
did pretty good.
Nice.
There was stuff happening. What you find, Meredith, you find accounts of a Jubilex in your
Yes!
book.
I'm so glad I took notes. Jubilex.
Jubilex
A
seems
name
to
of
be a name.
somebody
Merida,
I found.
this name, but what you see, and in cross-referencing, from names you can find, seems to be relating to a location simply known as the Temple that is deep in the bayous of Dizania.
Oh, we're gonna
Go
find
into
out
the
how
bayou.
alive.
Finally.
Oh no.
We're gonna find out she's
Not
alive.
even, like, because you already heard the stuff about Agrabah. That's something that's like, oh, we heard stuff. This is like, there is now a proof of people were taken there at some point to work on something. On the Synth 20, here's the other thing you guys get.
Oh goodness, be nice to me, please. Here you go. Oh, I wasn't talking to you.
I was like, I don't know how I can be nice.
August, be nice to me, please.
You hear
Keep my characters alive.
Merida, in reading through this book, not only Jubilex, you read about another shipment of people.
Last night at my other D&D campaign.
When you're reading this, though, what you're seeing is, unlike Jubilex, now that you're starting to get like, oh, is this like a place?
They're so bad.
What you keep getting is what you thought was just maybe talking about like animals, because like it was keeping records of like, here are the orcs, here are elephants, here are persons, like, and humans and elves. You thought it was talking about an animal. You realize this is not a animal as in a being. This is a place, something called the Walrus.
Oh no! Hang on.
Sorry, what's that?
And none
Haven't
of
I
you...
canonically seen it? The big fight with all the ships in Caspian and everything?
Yeah, she was there.
You're right.
We
Not-
saw the walrus was there,
not
wasn't
the
it?
name.
It's not the
You're
ship.
kidding me.
No, we did.
Meg never got the name.
Oh, no.
You're
The
sure?
other party did. Dang it.
Anyone, I make sure, I have notes too. Everyone
Oh,
here,
no.
but it is a place called what? Here's what
Oh,
you're getting
no.
though, Merida, because it's more than just a name. This is a place that is moving. Because in starting to link up, okay, the walrus, now that, oh, not a person going to a place, but persons going to places, the walrus has moved a few places. It has been down by the bayou. It has been by Agrabah. And it has been by Sumani. The major port places is what you're noticing.
Four places. Can I roll a history
Oh.
Yes, you can. That's a good thing. You have that knowledge. But Meredith, this is, and now you have this book. And so it's got more stuff, but it's hard because some of it is almost nonsensical, right? It will just be like random numbers scratched in with a random name or thing that it means nothing. But it can help later on, so you can just have that. Yes.
So, as all this is going down, Dumbo he's sort of, he's just observing as he does. But I would like to use Divine Sense. So, if there are any Celestials, Fiends, or Undead within 60 feet of me, and I make sure the entire party is within 60 feet of me, I know where and who, unless they're behind total cover.
Sam, I'm about to give you one of the highest honors I think I can give as a DM.
Yeah! Also, August, I rolled a 19 on my history check about the Walrus.
You just broke August's game. I love it.
Damn.
Clever.
Divine Sense is good.
First level ability.
Here's what's going to happen. First of all, John, on a 19...
I love this.
Shit. John, you think back, first of all, to your travels abroad. And you remember, yeah, the Bayou doesn't have, like, it's not the official ice port. It's actually a place where if you don't want to be found, you can go to the Bayou and, like, dock a ship there. There's no fees or anything. It's just like, hey, make sure you protect your ship so no one just takes it. But you've been there and you're starting to remember things. You, though, remember something important. When you were way back in Corona, talking with all of the ship guards, trying to find Rapunzel's ship, the Meridian,
Oh gosh.
you remember seeing on a charter list that docked only a few weeks prior a ship known nautically as the Walrus.
In Corona?
You remember, though,
So they're
on the
two.
19, it didn't stop there. You saw its next heading.
Yes!
That's why I thought it was clever. The next place it was said to have been going was Sumani.
Okay.
Dumbo.
Yes!
Perceiving deeper than perceive.
He knows.
As you... And I will say, this has been, you guys, until you tell me otherwise, it's that natural, like, you've slowly been traveling towards Agrabah, was the last place you said. Pocahontas will catch up when she can. She's still gone. First and foremost, Dumbo, you reach out. Celestial, Fiend, and Undead. Out of your party, you don't feel anything. Which is good. It's that, like, especially there is now Andrew Asherstag.
Yes, that
Andrew...
was his big thing, was test.
Testing Andrew. Andrew seems very normal. He's not a celestial, a fiend, or undead. He seems to be a very battered human who is actually still currently just kind of riding on the back of your horse, Meredith. I just meant like...
I'll let Andrew name the horse, because I got my own horse.
Okay, I'll grab that name in a second. Sure, I'll figure something. He gets to name a horse.
More for the DM.
Andrew is there.
Yeah.
You are feeling, again, you actually feel, funny enough, a slight celestial energy from Rapunzel.
Okay.
Not in the sense of,
I
oh, this
forgot
is
about
a
that.
celestial, but she has celestial energy and magic. But you've seen that with her hair and her
Yeah.
fighting. It's
Yeah,
that
it's not
very
surprising.
natural.
It's just
It's not like poor Belle just being like, what? That was
Hmm.
funny.
Oh yeah.
Behind
yes, I
you
know.
on the road
Uh-oh.
Is this like full
Are-
Nick again?
two fiends that are invisible.
Dumbo just stops. He pulls out that golden dagger, splits it in two, and just.
Yes! Surprise attack!
That is surprise attack. You have allies close, but do you get sneak attack?
If I have advantage.
You have advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, you get you have surprised them.
Yes!
You are so cool! Love her.
Okay, so one of
so
them
mad.
is a dirty 20 to hit,
That hits.
and the other one is a 22 to hit.
That hits as well.
Alright, so the damage
It's
for
going to be
Senor first
beautiful.
one
Well, the
Oh,
damage.
sneak attack.
is oh, that's not enough sneak
Here,
attack.
should you
hang
throw
on.
in Divine Smite with those as well?
Oh, that'll do radiance to beans.
Yes, I will use 2 spell
Oh.
slots for 1 first level divine smite on each, so that's 2d.
If you kill them instantly, we don't know why they would be following us, though, so...
He can even just
Well,
say
we can look at their
non-lethal
bodies and
damage.
stuff.
So
Like,
10,
he can straight up just say non-lethal.
10, 10. So that's
Oh, August.
43 damage to the first one.
Whoa.
I will let you know that the first one is going to be done for, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So you can roll for the second.
Oh, that's better, but also worse, but also better.
How?
Just different dice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm in your way. I'm just getting food in front
No,
of
you're good.
He's
Slightly less, so that is 39 damage.
You all watch. You are all talking. John, you're like starting to realize, hey guys, I went to the ports one day. Merida, you're helping move Andrew. Suddenly Dumbo, full stop. Foo, foo, foo. And boom, blazing light. Before their body just rip away from the mortal plane, Meg, you see a small purple a bluish teal demon rip away from the mortal plane as their bodies were dissolved. I had these.
Annihilated pain.
I have been watching you all for 2 years with Pain and Panic. I have always had them watching you. And you just took my eyes!
God!
That's amazing!
I will kill you!
Listen, were they watching us down in the tunnels?
This whole time!
2
They've
years!
been waiting!
And Meg's
And
never
slowly
noticed!
they've been because they know you've got sneaky shit. They've been careful.
I should have sensed them in the tunnels with my primeval awareness.
Not with all the demonic
That's
crap
fair.
though. It was masking them there. That's why I was worried when you did it. I'm like,
Let's
no.
go to
That
step
was the
full ice.
actual best.
Was the only
Oh
one
my
who
God.
could
No,
do
yes,
it.
I
just-
straight up just did it to make sure Andrew was human.
Well, he was, yeah.
It is human
Yo,
blood.
what is that?
That is amazing!
Sense
Is
the-
there any Hercules merch
You want to
left
know?
on the ground?
No, you want to?
Wait, so he's
No, no, no.
technically good to
Are you
this
ready for
stuff?
this? Are you
Wait,
ready for
is
this?
he technically good to do this?
They
As
okay.
we're
So
arguing,
here's
not
what
like
you
break
need to
the
know.
tension,
Here's
but
what I
somebody
can
send
tell
over
you.
the chips.
This has been
Oh,
something
yes.
I have kept
Thanks.
absolutely hidden since I have to scroll back. Session 13.
What?
Keep in mind, we're on session 55 of this
Oh my
campaign.
gosh.
Of all these campaigns of this world.
Thank you for being
Since
awesome.
since Meg
Yes,
showed up
Meg showed
pretending
up.
to be Cleo, Hades has had eyes on all of you. For
Oh my gosh.
in this world,
Oh, that
over
is
3 years, in real life, almost 2 years, I've been watching
Oh,
you.
wait a minute. So that's why Lily was only able to write in her notebook when we were in the
Yes!
convention.
Because
Fuck
he
you!
knows where
I
you
never
were.
knew.
He's been watching. I keep them out of sight because he watches, especially with people that like have these divine senses. He stays back.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I have them coming close because again, we're getting high state. I'm thinking, oh. Yeah, I'll just have them coming close today because there's new player. Merida's come back. I'm not thinking, and yes, they were
We have
50
Paladin
feet
now.
away,
That's
enough so that people can't blind
That's
sense or
racist.
try little stuff. But I'm like, I'll be fine. I'm not expecting a paladin to show up. This is why I drew inspiration for the other campaign for another villain. That was just
Yeah.
an off the cuff. I'm like, sure, I'll do the same thing I've done with Pain and Panic. Invisible. No one ever does it. None of you ever look for my invisible servants or
Twice in the
people.
last 2 sessions.
Twice in the last 2 sessions have my ultimatums been gone.
Sorry.
They are
Sorry.
ripped out of this mortal plane. I will give you this. You know they're probably not all. It's just like these were demonic things that had
boy,
inhabited
howdy.
bodies. That-
Alright, so I sent them back to their plane
They're
positions.
gone. Plane of
However you
existence.
notice them, you're gonna need to keep checking for a while, because I hate
Oh,
that
they
I
can't come back for a
there.
while though. Again.
Right, but I mean,
Sweet.
we know now he can send stuff sneakily after to watch us, and I'm like, let's make sure
I just
somebody
love that.
keeps
So
checking
y'all are
that.
talking just.
This
Well, I
whole
mean, the two
time.
rangers also have primeval awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we can sense up to a mile.
But I mean, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like you've
I
never
was just
done
like,
it.
No,
I used it once on the Demon Lord.
which is
And again,
great,
it's
but like,
when there's a demon lord, you're not noticing 2 feet. It's that
Yeah.
prime of, oh yeah, there's a giant demon lord. It's about they're masked. For the first time ever in a campaign, I don't know what I can do now. You know what they say, prepare for anything? This was always like a little ace in my hole, like, I've got my 2 little Pain and Panic. They've been my sneaky, I'd never tell any of you this. I can always have them. I can, because then like, I can be a step ahead, or I can have a BBEG prepared.
it's so How much?
I'm screwed royally. I know how to
Yes!
prepare, Sam.
Dumbo
Dumbo!
will walk over,
How did Dumbo find
and
out?
his dagger's just in the
He's a
dirt.
poet.
In
He
the
just
dirt.
pulls them out, wipes them off, slams them back together, and puts it back.
Holy, like,
You are so
you hear-
That was awesome.
You hear Hermes' voice on the wind just, the first steps of vengeance.
Because he was going to go.
And Dumbo straightens up, turns back towards all of you, just like cloak kind of billowing a little in the wind,
How is he so
nods,
cool?
and walks forward.
How is he this cool?
So anyway, gang, quick side note after that. Maybe we should be heading to Sumani, because that's where the Walrus is going to be next.
Also,
Yeah,
maybe if we were talking about going to
76 hours average. I've been watching you all. I now have to completely change how I do notes because I don't have eyes on you.
That is amazing.
I have ideas,
I'm
but
sorry, August, but
that's
that
why I'm
was
like, Sam,
amazing.
well done. A well-deserved bird in your direction. I won't actually do it, of course, but just, wow. Holy cow.
I am on it.
That wasn't me.
None of you.
I lean over to Andrew, who's still draped over the back of the horse.
What's going on? The
I'm
elephant.
not gonna get on his bad side.
The elephant
way.
seems
As
a little
Dumbo walks
scary.
past your horse. Just,
Just
Um,
like, okay then.
As you guys, John, you can though. Yes, we'll role play. You have information.
And you haven't said this out loud yet before those things are killed, right?
You
Yep.
didn't. Yes!
Hades can't alert him!
Because he
I
did
love
say that
D&D,
last
or
week,
as it's
so
otherwise
Peter
called,
Pan can't
giving
tell ladies
August a
that we
weekly
know
aneurysm.
where to go next.
This is better than the you.
Wait a second,
I'm raging. I
We're
can't
paid
be
to panic
charmed.
in
Oh,
the
this is
war.
Yes, they were in your war room. They were. That's why Maleficent had you all dead to rights. That's why you were able.
Wait,
that's
in
why
the most recent
That's how they knew everything.
Yes.
Literally everything.
Oh,
He's
no.
ever done.
everything.
Except them.
Oh, so you now know? Yeah.
No, wait,
Nothing's
would
safe.
Would Merlin have seen when we were talking about the gods? Would he have seen those creatures?
No, not. But again, that's the thing. Stuffing to keep people from prying in if they're already in. That's why he said, "Do we trust everyone here?" Because once we're here, we're stuck.
Yep.
Like,
Well, flip.
so you. But that's what I'll say. You all now know. Oh shoot. How long have they been watching? I will say it's
They're
metagaming of me to tell you that, but it's a
Is
very
there
natural
any
thing.
message?
All of you
They're not
can
there.
immediately
They have
go.
too much MCU. Do you
Crap.
think Davey's safe?
The message can't reach that far. You need something like sending. John, now with no ears, I can't
Yes.
make any notes. I can't do anything. I'm a passive DM. What do you want to say there, bud?
So, the thing about the Walrus, that's a ship. It was docked in Corona a little bit before we were there. And I saw on the
You
ledger.
think one of these things
Yeah.
is in Corona?
No, it's gone now. It was only there. It was there a few weeks before we were.
Well,
Meg,
but
you
it
can now
sounds
make me a
like
history
it's
check.
been
John has said the
transformed.
important things. It's a ship and something with demons.
History?
Make a history.
And I saw on the ledger it's headed to Sumani next.
Do
Okay.
we need to turn around then? Actually, because if we turn around, we can go back and try
Right
to
now.
turn them because
A
they probably
15.
know where Davey is.
That's
so we
enough.
got ears.
Meg, never caught the name of the ship, but scary demon entity that.
Freaking morph!
Uh,
You guys keep talking about
Flint, captain of
what
the
the heck
Walrus.
does Morph do that makes you so
Morph
angry?
conjured a demon.
I'm sorry.
Who
what?
flew a ship called the Walrus.
Accident!
I love your wait. You did what?
I summoned him on purpose, but I accidentally brought him to
She
life
accidentally let him
permanently.
loose.
Morph summon.
Silver or not silver?
Nope, that's a
Flint.
Flint.
Morph
Oh,
because Morph
I
knows
didn't mean
Flint.
to.
Morph thinks, I can summon a demon using Flint as this like and keep it held, not realizing it. Flint, being pure evil, could crawl his way out of hell using
he
this
rolled a
out.
freaking nat 20!
I nat 20'd him to break free. I mean, that's what
Okay.
you need.
So I'm thinking we
Now, hear
circle
me out,
back.
guys.
How long
Side
though?
note. Side note. You can
Flagship.
accidentally summon demons in this part of the world.
No, I'm not Morph, sorry.
There's a specific ritual that they
You
use
are
to summon it and bind it to its hole, but it ruins the binding.
Gotcha.
So,
I was like,
I have
wait,
a question.
how
Because
did-
it sounds
you
like
have
John
it
Smith is
in
trying to convince us, like, oh, go to Sumani and head him off.
Nope.
But how fast does the ship move? Would it have, like, been there and gone by the time we
Yeah.
can get
Could
there?
I
Where we are?
can I do some kind of check to kind of
I'll say our rangers
I
can
have an
make that
idea.
check.
I was
Remember,
gonna
you've
say,
seen flying ship.
way
It's
more
it's
smart.
that.
Wait, actually, can
Well,
I
here.
do that too?
Ooh,
Because
you three, because
Yeah.
you knowing the ships, Megan, Ryan, and Dumbo, you guys didn't have enough
here.
knowledge.
What I also have advantage with so much ship
Understand.
experience.
You typical.
No, because it's
You get to not
you
do
get to
anything
make
for
the
the
check
rest of
because
the
you know
session.
ships,
You're
and
still
as
on
rangers,
Oh,
you
I
know
still
how to
have
track.
What do I add
Okay,
to it?
combat.
This is going to be excuse me, 1 second. This is what we are going to call either a nature check. So Merida, you have your +5 to that, or if you want, you could try to make an insight check.
Do an insight.
Oh,
Of
I
like,
got a
This side of the
25
fight's fine,
insight.
so I should be fine for now, but like. Sorry.
No!
No! I didn't mean to make
That's
that
a nat 20,
I
baby.
Yeah!
Delicious.
Okay, so 25, a nat 20, and a what? Did you
9.
get? A 9.
I am feeling rattled tonight.
Hey, is it as bad as that one
may
time,
have
though?
scattled.
It will never be as bad as that one time,
Merida,
August.
Merida.
I don't
You
know.
track things.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my
You
battery
even
in.
know things that fly. You have a Pegasus that flies.
Yeah.
Flying is so much different. There's a reason people say "as the crow flies" as an expression because you're cutting out a log.
Yeah.
But if you're dealing with something that can fly over land, you're then thinking of, well, instead of stuff, what could stop something from flying over land? Well, obviously, like populated areas would be interesting, as well as mountains. If you know it's coming from Corona, Merida, obviously they can't go straight down because there's a big old horn in the way, right? Like you've got that entire mountain range that would be so rough to fly through. Because again, you can't get too high or else you're gonna pass out. I mean, it is the air. There's oxygen in the atmosphere. Flint might be fine. I mean, he is a demon lord, but like, whatever. Magentia is in the way. Magentia, up until recent with the dragon, it was obviously such a blow. They do have decent enough defenses or like ways to look for things. So it's obviously right assuming in a tracking sense they couldn't have gone through Magentia. But if something's going through Corona down, unless they're trying to skirt a gap and risk being seen by Arendelle, they would be going east out to sea, and whether sea or sky, just down through to curve around to Samani. Again, this is not a perfect map. There is a curvature to this world. But it's that if you're going around Merida, you know that from whence this thing would have been there, all the way around would be a 2 weeks travel, air or sea. Because whereas it would cut so much time going across land, you know, tracking wise, anything that's running or trying not to be seen can't afford that.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks travel. So, as you guys know, John, because John Rapunzel, you guys were in Corona on the 24th day of Arthur.
Okay.
Excuse me, no, that's when you made it to Magentia. I looked at the wrong date.
Okay.
You were there on the 21st day of Arthur in Corona, or when that would have occurred. It was the day after the fighting festival. It was the winter solstice, basically. So,
Holy cow, it's barely been like a week.
it would have been 28th would be 1 week, and because 30 days to the month of this new standardized calendar, it will be in Sumani on the 5th of Elysian, meaning 4 days from now it is set to make pour. That does bar if they had any hindrance, like let's say if there was any storm, anything that would cause them to divert course, it would maybe add half a day. But best case scenario, that ship is in Sumani on the 5th, and today's the 1st.
So we have 4 days to make it to Sumani, or we keep going down?
If that's the goal.
I
if
realized something.
Yes.
I have a dream, and we were told that Mr. Incredible is still in Sumani doing stuff, so I could just alert him and be like, hey, take care of this for us.
Sounds good. Maybe we should still go back to Magentia because they have those portals, right? You said
No,
that
they all broke.
They're all
they took
That-
them all out.
The Clarks
Yeah.
are dead. Sorry, forgot. Continue.
When you don't have the people that power the portals, it's rough to
Oh
use.
no! What about your Oracle friend? Do they have powers?
Not close
Not
enough.
She's not a cleric.
Plus,
and it's
part of-
way far away.
Part of Belle's
I meant,
Oracle
like,
thing,
battle powers.
they are both like in France and in an undisclosed Oracle location in the Horn Mountains.
I say either way,
Um,
we need to get back to Magentia and find a new hiding place for Davy. Because if something was watching us, they know exactly where Davy is.
Again, we can contact
flip.
people without doubling back and
Get him a
losing all our
Yeah.
Well, then let's
Jumbo
contact
points
them.
at John,
I don't have places to contact.
and he
Oh, you have a
gestures
girlfriend
to,
in Magentia.
like, flying woman.
That's true. When she gets here, we can have her go on alert,
Pocahontas.
either Snow White or Mr. Incredible, and
She's
tell
an
him to
asshole.
relocate Davy. Sweet.
Well, if she's already going to Vigencia, if you can contact her, she can figure out the Davy situation. I can dream to Mr. Incredible tonight.
It's about 2 hours from nighttime, or like when would be a reasonable rest. It's only like 6 p.m. right now.
Mhm.
Like once you hit 8, is that like okay? People are gonna start
Hear me
sleeping.
out, if we're gonna do sleeping, does anyone want me to make soup?
I'm
I
not
want the-
sure.
I want the spices.
Is it
Andrew
good as
raises
your
his
jerky?
hand from the back of the horse. Did someone say a meal? I mean, eating rations in your bag, Meredith, is a meal?
Is your soup as good as your jerky?
No,
I'll make bread too.
it's a million times better.
Rapunzel, I will make bread.
I still don't know if that's saying a whole lot.
So going back to the important question.
So yes, the
I'm gonna
important.
start making soup.
But no, yeah, I like it.
John, do you have a way to contact her?
Do I?
I
You wanna make a check for
Hey,
it?
yo, babe!
What kind of check would this be?
It is a pure Arcana check. This is a magic. You're not sure how maybe she spoke with you before.
Dude, this is so cool.
No freaking way!
You did not want
Yes, I did!
Oh, yes! August is so soft right now.
I
Are
honestly,
you okay, Sam?
I'm honestly losing my mind.
Yes, I'm 100% convinced it's just because I'm back.
I know. Whenever you're here,
so
you
many
just have the
terrible
coolest
rules.
stuff happen. And I'm like, no.
I'm
August,
the luck.
We're allowed to have some luck.
You've
now,
got the
yes.
luck.
something else happens
Lady
and
luck.
triggers Dumbo's thought process. Sam's idea will come into play, so you may be worried more.
Yes.
Because I texted you about something earlier.
John Smith.
John Smith.
Can I just use all the colors of the
I'm
wind?
getting more water.
This is a homebrew
Don't fall,
thing.
dude.
This is a magic thing that dates back, John, when you first made it to what you, as the English, you called it the New World. You made a settlement in Jamestown. What we would know is this is the planar dimension of the Azamar. The English, you were able to make a ship that was able to cut in through the astral sea just enough to make it through. Clever stuff, right? I mean, it's insane that, I mean, England isn't like the forefront of any of the nations of design, but you guys made it to what you called the New World. You didn't have any frame reference, of course, that, oh shoot, there was Asmarians here, that this is basically a godly plane. When you met with Pocahontas, she showed you things not just about her plane, but yours. Running in between both, seeing the colors of the wind, or rather, the energy of life.
Great music to back it up.
And as you left, some of the last moments you had with Pocahontas, you felt some of those last words she had with you. I will always speak with you, and I will remember you. Those were not just words, those were spells to your heart.
What?
Oh!
This is some Disney shit right here, speaking through the heart.
This is she gave you a way where it's not perfect. This is nothing like scrying or like having invisible fiends follow, but this is something where you can have emotions given. You can have like maybe thought and feeling can compress if you have something pure. That's why you felt when you were dragon fear is one of the strongest things. She felt that draconic fear and reached out with her encouragement and her love to try to help
Oh. Yes, it is.
That's
you.
awesome.
John, it could be possible to give these back. Now that you know, in that she gave me a spell, there is what I call, it's literally, I'm calling it the colors of the wind. It is. This is something only you two have.
Oh.
Give me.
That's adorable.
I know.
I would like your thought. Would this be for John? Is this something magical, or is this something emotional?
Ooh.
What do you think it would be?
I think for John it would be emotional.
I want you then to give me, and this is gonna sound strange, but a wisdom saving throw.
What the?
to reach out with your emotion, your mind.
This can no longer be called a heartbreak catch, y'all.
Oh yeah, no, it's great.
Seriously.
Well, does that mean she saw you when you were
No!
You screwed it up.
It's a 4.
It's new. It's raw and new. A
Yeah.
lot at once of. Oh wait, if this is a spell, you're not sure how. Something you're not sure. I mean, any spell, there's always components. There's always something, but you know it. It just now may take time.
Okay.
So you couldn't reach out tonight, is what I'm gonna say. Is like this is gonna be you would be spending time tonight while making sure, like if you guys are at least taking, at least the nights right of if we're gonna try dreaming or making a game plan, we'll call it.
Well, I guess so. That was why I was asking if he could get in touch because I haven't used any spell slots today, so I could theoretically use 3 different dreams if I needed to.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
But it's that. Do you want to keep trying, or do you want to get this?
I will
straight
have to say, with how this works, that was your try today.
Yeah.
Like, you
This
can even
this
just
isn't something that you can
dream
like
like a
keep
thing.
rolling for. It's because it's
Right,
a
but
very
he's a Sumani and she's
deep
a Magenta.
magic.
Yeah.
A
It's like
godly
emotionally
Yeah,
draining.
Azamar planar
I was just saying, then
emotion
we can just tell
drain.
Mr.
So
Incredible to
cool.
It's
be
thank
prepared,
you.
but-
I love
That's
this.
freaking awesome.
I was expecting that 20. This was going to be something I thought might come up later, but hey, you now know
That was
though.
awesome.
Everything's happening this session.
And I can't happen to be here. Nice.
But yeah, so Meg is going to then ask John, like, do you want me to try and reach her
Had
tonight?
plans.
or-
I had thoughts, and now everything's gone, and I have to plan now. I have to think ahead.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
have
so-
three dreams I need to do
What?
tonight. Oh gosh. It's
Raya,
gonna be a rabbit hole.
the
I
water
will
is
definitely
boiling.
make that.
I'll say, Meredith, you help Andrew down off and say bye, because he is very.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
That had 20.
As you all sit around a fire, the Dizanian countryside.
Uncle.
Fun fact: nights in the Magentian countryside turn a rich bluish violet
Oh, they're so pretty.
as the stars, the nebulae spread across. Raya, beautiful spice. You take for.
It's not just a spice. I
What
got
did
the
you
whole
use to
line
do?
on me, my guy.
I know that's why I'm doing a quick count. Basically, just minus Pocahontas, there are 8 people here.
I can make a big batch. I can make one batch.
You can make a big batch. It'll take.
And I did buy it comically big.
You take 1 ounce of all these spices combined, right? Like obviously, there's like
Shrimp
so many of
paste,
this.
Lemongrass, bamboo. Do you want me to do the whole clone?
If
Because
you
I
want
don't get
to.
many things.
Ryan doesn't get much. No, I'm kidding. You do get stuff, but
There's shrimp paste. You know, because they're probably worried.
this
what
is
I'm
good.
putting
This is
into it.
actually a history lesson. You've never heard of Commander, so this is good.
This is shrimp paste
Mhm.
from Tail. This is lemongrass from Talon.
Oh, I know that.
These are
No, like
special chilies
lemongrass
from
is
Fang. I cut it open, take out the seeds, and then palm sugar from Heart. It's gonna take a minute to together.
Bubble.
Also, I did a little bit of research.
Beautiful golden amber broth and bubbles. And I'll say, what kind of ingredients do the rest of you have?
I bought ingredients. I bought meat. So I'm like, if you have anything that is super beefy, do not put it in, or I will slice your throat because this is a seafood. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Well, I would probably have parsnips because apparently Rapunzel likes
You put in
parsnips.
some parsnips.
I got hardtack that's 2 months
Oh.
old.
You
That's
are
actually
checking-
good.
They start cutting it up.
It's yeah,
Hardtack.
right. You take your sword
It's really,
for a
Basically, it's
crouton.
crackers.
Meg, do you have
It's
food?
that's been baked into crackers, so it will last forever, but it is so
What would Meg have? Would you have wine on you?
I probably have berries.
Actually, yeah, Meredith, you have a sweet berry that you add in. Dumbo, do you have food or like anything that would be specific?
Maybe something spicy.
peanuts.
Something spicy. Do I know of any peppers that grow in this kind of area?
Yeah, you could look around.
I cast locate object.
You've got paladin levels.
Even more.
I should have seen that coming. You go and find these are actually Magentian peppers are not nearly as spicy as some of the stuff you can find.
Yeah.
But
You don't wanna
find
see,
some of
you
these
don't
like
wanna see, Lil.
casual.
Sorry, you do not want to see.
Think like jalapenos. I think is a great
Oh, I
way.
love that.
Yeah, so
No one
Dumbo
sees.
just like, do you have any food, Dumbo? He stands up, walks out away from the camp, and he comes back like 5 minutes later with this bunch of peppers.
Oh, Nick is the best.
I guess yes.
Bunch of peppers.
Before they are thrown into the pot, I cut off one. I try it. Is it?
It's actually it adds in a new layer of spice. Whereas the peppers from Kumandra are actually that beautiful, think sriracha pepper spice. This is a jalapeno, a much like almost sweeter, but not too sweet, of like an interesting spice.
Okay.
I will say this right, as you guys are adding stuff in, the berries, these peppers,
When
even
I
the
see
croutons.
Double go off and like scrounge for
The
peppers,
croutons.
can I
Oh, I don't
investigate-
scrounge. I just walk
Right,
straight
but
for
I mean
one
forage.
plant.
Forage
and
is what I was looking for. So could I like make an investigation check for like wild mushrooms?
Go for it, yeah.
We're gonna be tripping balls.
Please tell me I made
'cause
bread
again,
though,
I,
just
like,
in
I
case.
feel like that
I
can
know, and
survive
like
in the
actually
wild
edible
long enough.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
Because
I think this is
I'm
wonderful.
Rapunzel
Yeah.
was genuinely worried that maybe she thinks she can cook.
16.
16. Meg, and you find how fitting the form of not only decay but life of a food, a mushroom. You bring it in, these are safe to eat. There's not a ton, but again, none of you have a lot. And as you add it
But
to this
that's what
pot,
makes it.
that's what makes it beautiful.
What?
Beautiful smells
I don't
wafting
think
in.
Andrew has any food.
Andrew see it. He lives like,
Hey, Andrew, it's
can I
fine.
Flame's like,
open
I
up
have a
the
lot of
berries?
gold.
I was looking through my inventory for
I kinda
Berries
like-
are
I
apples.
saw
Give me
it.
a-
You see,
I put
he
it-
does that for like,
Nice juice, and I was like,
can we put our names both
I had a
on
heart
the berry?
attack.
Is that cool?
That's fine. That's fine.
Thank you.
As I'm you know, I hear this because you know it's a camper. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
you don't have to. You being here is simply enough.
Oh, it's nice to meet
That
you.
was amazing.
All of you
I don't
you
have
start
any.
ladling out. All of you have like a simple like bowl of some kind, right? Like just in your general packs.
Yeah.
This beautiful light seafood, sweet and spicy, just enough to like really clear your nose, because for the first time in this world, beautiful combination of food of Kumandran, Magentian, hard to from England and Corona and Scotland.
All over the
This
place.
beautiful unity, sitting outside under the violet Magentian night sky, and all of you have a moment after the long week and days you've had of beautiful understanding of unity, of what Merlin talked about in these ideas of not only killing gods but of working together in parties. Unity is always that first step, and you all feel that true settling in your stomachs of food and of thought.
Does this kind of feel like the hero's feast that Lily used to make?
It's a little bit. You two especially. I think Merida. I can't remember if you ever had a Lily's feast, but
Well, we had it at the
Nothing's
finale
there.
last year, so
Yeah,
we
we
should have
did.
been there.
Merida.
yeah. So it's that like, oh yeah, like Lily used to do this all the time, but like it was like crazy zany food. This is a very like spiritual dish of like we have all added something to this wonderful soup, not too much, not too little of any one person's, and made something
I do
great.
have to say, John. Oh, side note, my ba always believed in unity and that everyone brought something to the table that was not wasted.
Mhm.
Next time, could you bring rolls instead of hardtack?
They're fun croutons. They're starting to soften in the soup, but it's
Here's some bread.
you.
Here's some bread.
It's a
Take the
little
bread. It's not like
crunchy.
they're still
It's a
hard.
little crunchy. Just a little
Crunchy, a
bit.
little bit too.
Is this rocks or is
Ow.
it bread?
No, I'm not saying it isn't bad.
It's a texture.
It's basically both.
Yeah.
But
It's rock bread.
How is it crunchy and soft? Here's what's gonna happen.
like a tortilla chip that's been sitting.
You can
A
subsist
little
on this
bit too
forever,
long.
though. This
Exactly.
is like manna from
It's
heaven.
like,
Look at gift horse
It
in the
is
mouth.
now.
Yes,
I will say you take some time and start just sharing of stories. This is also where Merida they really feel on like. So this is actually what happened with the
Yeah.
temples and killing and talking about stuff.
Oh,
Fun,
does
fun.
Oh,
Oh,
when we
wait,
go
yeah,
to
stuff.
the next Demon Lord, a warning. And I know Meg said let's not talk about it, but I'm only going to talk about what happened to me. You may succumb to a madness that can only be cured by a
What
cleric.
happens in Magentia stays in Magentia.
Not for me. And I am not telling what any other person in this party had, but it was simply me. I succumbed to a madness of the desire of human flesh. Not like carnally, but like to eat it. And I was cured by Davy.
It was right.
wow.
She
I don't-
thankfully
Oh,
right.
yeah,
You
I
never
did.
ate people. You
No,
only.
I licked the blood off of stones and I
You
ate a
Yep,
monster
we're
made of people.
moving on.
No, I think that's
It was
important.
cool.
Actually,
We're looking at
Riot.
Meredith's little brother like, was that his blood?
Riot.
Yeah, no, I'm a vegetarian.
No.
Yes,
don't.
Riot is normally vegetarian. The madnesses that surround some of these demon lords can get very dangerous. And so
everything was
precaution might need to be taken. It's something you guys didn't know going in the first time when you guys first went in. Meredith, you got lucky. Same with Dumbo, actually, like not having to deal with what ill effects could surround these things.
And others in the party were affected as well.
So
I'm just
here
saying
we go.
that he was
Last
very
check.
lucky that we had Davy, so that's
Question:
why
could
it's
John.
we tell that we were almost touched by madness?
Yeah. Oh yes. It's that like you felt the
Yeah.
pressure, that like headache coming on,
It's
but you
almost
Yeah,
like
felt
when
it.
you're
it felt
rising in an
really
airplane.
familiar, but you can tamp it down.
John,
It just takes some practice.
2 figures are in the moonlight distance. As they come closer, they are flying,
Okay.
Okay.
Pocahontas
and
Angus.
Angus touches
My
down,
boy.
and
I have an apple if you wanted.
Oh, I can feed my boy.
what are
Okay,
names
I mean, I'll
of
take it.
Disney
Okay.
horses? I need some other Disney horses names because Andrew's got to name his horse now.
Okay.
Is
While
it a
you're
boy
doing that-
horse or a girl horse?
Again, we're talking about how there
Non-binary
are probably
horse.
time differences and things
You
in
cannot
this world.
tell.
So
can't tame it.
as soon as it's
I mean,
like,
I
cause we're all
have
camped
eyes.
out and sitting, so as
You
soon
can
as it's
very
that time
Well,
clearly
no,
where
that's
it's
literally
like,
just sex
should
doesn't
I
often
reach-
correlate to gender. So you
like I want to start early and have the
This
blood to make
gender
sure I
is
can like
force.
reach all the time zones. If that makes sense, to start dreaming. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it's like whenever the soonest that I should start, I'm gonna start.
Yes. What's your first dream, and when do you want to start?
Again, so I'll math out like because I don't know what time zone. Well, I guess the math. It's like I need to reach someone in Magencia and someone in Sumani, and Hercules. So the ones that I would know are Magencia and Sumani. Like, what time would I need to do it to be like people that would probably be asleep there?
For Sumani Magencia,
Yeah.
you're still basically in Magencia, or like
Okay,
in that.
So just anytime tonight.
You would be in that same time zone of how that wraps down.
When Pocahontas lands, I have a serving for her as well. Because I'm
Oh,
not so
okay.
much of an a-hole that like it's like, oh yeah, we had dinner without you. No. If Angus is getting fed, then also Pocahontas. And then I also let her know about Davy, and that she may be the fastest person out of all of us to go make sure that he's safe, and that we were being spied on.
Gotcha.
Okay, but I can just dream the king tonight, assuming he actually sleeps for once.
Okay, sure.
Which
Backup
that
plan,
is, of
and I
course,
look
the
about
risk.
Pocahontas. Backup plan, muscles, will you go?
Sure. All right.
What?
You
I
see,
have them too. I can
No.
act your
as
ass.
Andrew sips on his soup, do you always love the taste of lemon? Citron. It's a French lemon. I'll name the horse Citron. Because it's got that little yellowish.
I just
Maybe-
imagine
maybe
Dumbo
sleep,
sitting
too.
around the campfire just.
Why would you?
Is he okay?
He full head into your lap as you're sitting down, falls asleep.
I make direct eye contact.
And puts him away. All
Ryan's
right.
just so
I
excited
rob a
for all the things.
Jacket or something. So
Little bedroll, yeah. Just all right.
I'm gonna do this for like the next 20 minutes.
She's
Like,
Raya.
Oh,
You see
goodness.
though Pocahontas though. Just is,
You may be about to go.
I can fly wherever you need me to.
You two just stop. Just stay. You two in a room or a tent or whatever.
Meg, I think it's time to sleep.
Yes, I'm gonna
Like,
like
no,
go
it's
to
a pat's
and
Meg
start
on the
doing my
head.
meditation for dream or whatever. But that's really
Also,
fucking weird.
when
doesn't
where
have
Pocahontas
hers.
can't hear, I talk
I
to
don't
John. I'm
have
like,
one.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing between us.
Here's what's gonna happen, Meg.
What the hell?
You're trying to dream a king.
I'm observing. No, I'm starting with Hercules. I'm
You're
excited.
starting with Hercules.
Hercules.
More like Huncules.
Thank you.
Meg.
I want to get myself a piece.
An hour passes by. Nothing.
Aw,
Yeah.
Meg's trying to contact her.
She'll just wait because she's feeling like this is the most urgent one. 'Cause
2
again-
hours pass by. Nothing.
Oof. Oh no.
Another hour passes by. Nothing.
She can keep it going for
Can I
8
tell if
hours
it's like
needed.
he's on a different plane or something and so the spell won't work, or if it's just she's not asleep right now?
Something isn't contacting.
Tangled?
Either he's not asleep, or something else is in the way. It's one of the 2 options.
Can I
think
make
she
a
did let.
check to like
There we go.
figure?
Not really. Unfortunately, with Dream, it's just a
Hit or miss.
it's a hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? Sorry.
Oh, my boyfriend of us who doesn't kiss you. What?
Meg, it has
Oh,
been
not even hearing.
4 hours. So all of you, there will be like shifts. I'm not going to be mean in that sense of it is a little downish time. But it is basically midnight right now.
I'll wait a little longer.
Okay.
It was like 3 a.m. last time, right?
Another hour goes by. Nothing. It's 1 a.m. Still waiting.
Yeah.
2 a.m. Nothing.
Holy.
Still waiting.
I'm waiting. I'll
3
tell you
a.m.?
when I stop.
Nothing.
Okay.
4 a.m. Nothing.
I will wait until 4:30 and then I will try someone else.
4:30. Nothing.
Okay, I will try Mr. Incredible now.
You try Mr. Incredible.
Or Mr. Somewhat Credible.
Mr. Mediocre. That's what
Mr.
we're doing.
Mediocre. I love it.
Alliteration
Meg,
is great.
you go for Mr. Incredible. And as you go for Mr. Incredible, you think of Mr. Incredible in Somani. Doesn't work.
Oh.
4:30 a.m. You go for Mr. Incredible, and it does not work.
Maybe Snow White? She's in Sumani.
I'm trying to not metagame on this.
He's either not asleep, or something's not working.
Okay. I guess I'll...
What's the time?
Because I want to try Arthur, but I'm also like, how long is the kid staying awake? Like, do I need to try someone else in Magencia? But I guess I'll just try Arthur.
Alright. I will be nice, even though cast time minute, duration 8 hours. I feel like you've already used it, but because we already decided this how you...
spell slots.
But it's how long... If it's not working, it's... I think in the future what I will tell you is if it doesn't work, you're going to have to try to cast it again.
Yeah, I thought I was casting it separately each time.
Is
that not what we're doing?
I'm saying in the future, if you try... Like, let's say you try to contact Hercules, it doesn't work. You'll spend another spell slot even if you're trying again in another hour. Because the duration can last 8 hours.
But if it doesn't...
I'm saying for the purpose of what you were trying to...
The spell says that if they're
you
like
can continue
awake, then
trying,
you know it and you can choose to wait or not. That's like a
That's
thing
true.
in the spell. Let me find
That
the wording
is
for
true.
you.
It is a pretty great spell.
Hey, you having a good time?
Messer connects to the dreams. Target recalls a dream. You make the messer appear in monster. There's nothing about knowing that it's awake.
Hey, you played so much.
Choose a creature known to you. The target must be on the same plane of existence. Creatures that don't sleep like elves can't be contacted. You or a willing creature you touch enters a trance-like state, acts as messenger. While the trance messenger aware of his or her surroundings but can't take actions or move.
For some reason I thought there was like a... Okay.
And so that's what I'm going to say. Because I think it's like totally fine, like that's what you prepped. It's just so that you'll know in the future, if you wanted to use like 3, it's if you try and it doesn't work, you're going to have to do it again.
Okay.
Here's what's going to happen. So you're going to try to contact Arthur now?
Yeah.
Cool. It is 4:30 a.m. You go to contact Arthur. Nothing.
Why is it not working?
Well-
Because they're either not asleep or something wrong.
Not asleep, not on the same plane of existence, divine
So many
intervention.
reasons.
There's a
Thin
lot of
sheet
stuff.
Divine intervention.
Because for some odd reason, a thin sheet of lead stops most spells.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's not the thin sheet lead, okay, but you know, that would be
Just
wild.
literally
if it-
Hercules is wearing a tinfoil hat.
The gods are listening!
Oh my god.
Try to get me now! I, the boy who conducts lightning, puts metal on my head. Anyway,
And that
They
is how
sound like
Hercules
a young
became the
Merlin.
himbo we know.
4:30. If you
Oh,
want
those
to
were
keep
so
waiting and trying Arthur, you can.
Can I? Because I
We
thought
also
you just
interacted
said
with
that.
Merlin.
I'm just saying, yeah.
And when he went a little, he stripped and put his body in oil and started screaming when it's killing God and started slipping sliding through the lips. Yeah, after our
Merlin's
Arthur's
my
like, this is
wild
not-
boy. Merlin
I
went crazy.
love Merlin.
Love
He's
Merlin.
amazing.
Megan,
He taught all the
at
great things.
5:30 in the morning, you see
What a boy.
Yes.
Pocahontas has just swapped out John for this final check of, that like thing. You're seeing her, you feel dream work.
Finally!
So you're in the middle, you're finally like, fine, and like you.
Fuck. Meg, as you drift in, you see a castle courtyard. You see garbage and refuse, and you see a 9-year-old Arthur shoveling.
Oh.
I don't like his dreams.
I forgot he was
Give
a
him good
business cat.
dreams.
You just like read the thing. Can't it like change
Our
surroundings?
You can change the surrounding. This is just when
Yeah,
you enter in.
yeah.
This is what you first see. Is you see Arthur. You do notice like his facial expression. It doesn't look like mad or distraught. It's just very set, just shoveling stuff.
What do I think would be like Arthur's happy place? I know I'm the bearer of bad news right now. What's something
know.
that would be a nicer?
Harbinger of death, make us into your dream.
Hello. Here's the thing, Meg. I don't think you know,
I don't
so
know
you
if
might
they
just
grow
need to tell me so. We'll just see what you choose.
Let's go for it. Something nice.
I'm making a Taco Bell.
What?
Taco Bell?
A meadow is usually
What
pretty
is this?
good.
Amazing
A lagoon, something
Colorful
calm
seats.
with
Like-
a moon, usually
A
nighttime.
chalupa.
I think. Again, I'm tired. I'm just thinking of the first stuff that comes to my head. Like Meg's been doing this all night. Probably just like the guest room where they were in Magencia or whatever.
Okay. You are in guest room. You see, this as Arthur sees himself, child. You change the environment first, and show's gone. The refuge, the courtyard, everything,
He's like, what?
and he's in the room. You see, he looks around, turns, sees you, just. Oh, hello.
Hi, Arthur. I'm sorry about this.
Are you magically contacting me?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Obviously, you need rest, but
It's
I have
fine.
more bad news.
Okay, there's always you see actually, as Arthur says, you say more bad news. Little refuse piles start just slowly appearing on the floor as he. But you see, he looks at you. You see, he sits just yes. What can I do?
And not as a character, as a player. There was a sleepover that we had on the boat when all the guys went off on their.
Yeah, but he was gone.
Oh, he was gone. No,
Arthur
a guy.
was with the guys.
He's a
Oh.
guy.
He's
a guy. That's why he's at
Excalibur.
But that it's just a little thing like manifestations, babe. But he is just yes.
Good news. We'll start with
Just
good
how
news.
it
The
is.
Good news.
engineers and I have a lot of good leads for our quests.
Excellent. That's so helpful.
We do need to get in touch with Mr. Incredible, but that's something we can take care of.
You sure? Do you not? We can send messages.
If you could send a message to him, that would also be great.
Gladly, yes. I'll send first thing in the morning.
Okay,
Or
there
afternoon.
is a ship called the Walrus, and the Demon Lord, Captain Flint, is on it and headed towards Tumani City. He'll be there on the 5th. Did I remember that
Okay,
right?
the 5th.
Yes, so if Mr. Incredible can be ready for it, that would be
Yes. I'll make sure he knows.
great. More good news. Dumbo noticed someone who was following us today, and we sent them back to their
Good
fun
news.
underworld plane. The problem being we don't know how long they've been tailing us, and they might have heard what we discussed the other day.
Do you think they were tailing just you, or could they have possibly stayed here?
We saw them today and sent them back. Well, he killed them, but I'm sure they're reforming down in
Good.
Yeah,
Sorry, no.
something.
Stuff happened today.
today.
Well, talking with some people, stuff going on with Agatha and helping. I sent some people off, but if whatever messages were following you, they weren't following whatever we were planning. And talking with hired help. Nothing you imagineers have to worry about. Well, I guess if you see some of these people, that I've given them a scroll. I'm running low on seal scrolls. Just if you see mercenaries, they might be looking for stuff for me.
All right.
16. And he's doing
Stop.
So
I know it's your water bottle, but it sounds
my
like
companions
Like a
were
dolphin?
obviously concerned for a number of reasons, and you should know that whatever we were planning, Hades probably knows. In that specific meeting that I talked with Merlin, my companions are specifically worried for the safety of the cleric Davy, so they just wanted to make sure that you were
Sorry,
aware.
did you just call us
Davy,
companions? I heard minions.
Oh my goodness!
Meg
It's
would
like,
say.
yeah,
Yeah.
these extras that are traveling with me.
you see though,
Your dolphin
yes,
water
Davy.
bottle is
No,
weird.
don't worry.
Apologies.
Chief Poeton is with me. Davy stays with our council right now. I've gathered an immediate council. I have representatives from the Dwarven Nation. Chief Poeton, of course, from the Azamar. We're simply just hedging our bets. Davy is on constant surveillance. We
So
will
nothing
make
to
sure.
worry about.
I trust Chief Poeton with my life. He's a good friend and such a good help right now in Magencia.
Oh, good. He needs.
I wish there was more we could do for you.
No, there needs to be more I can do for you. You guys are saving the world.
You're fine. So if you can just contact Mr. Incredible, that would be amazing.
I will contact him. Let him know the ship.
Obviously, if Wonder Boy comes through Magencia, tell him
Wonder
we
Boy?
need to fight it. Oh, Hercules.
I'll say Arthur is a 16-year-old.
5 o'clock in the
Slip.
morning, and I have
Arthur's not dumb, but he gives more of a polite. If Hercules comes through Magencia,
Merlin and the plan.
yes,
to be
I will
aware.
let him know. Thank you.
Have a restful night.
You too?
And she'll like stop the dream.
You stop the dream. As you go away, Arthur sits, and just as you're leaving the dream, the bed has shrunk down to a throne, refuse all around, as he sits head in hands thinking. And boom, you come back to...
Sorry, I can only actually give nightmares with this. I
Meg,
can't
you are
actually
like-
do the opposite.
Meg, you went the whole night not sleeping.
I know.
You now will have a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
That's
Just
fine.
because as you are all waking up, 6 in the morning, bright and early, but that great 8 hours after
Oh,
a delicious
Can
meal.
I also do one more thing before everyone else wakes up?
I also
Oh,
texted you. If
yes.
you don't want to, that's fine.
Oh no, sorry. I need to make sure I'm always looking at
You're
this.
fine.
Yeah.
It's not especially important.
Sure.
We do take a long rest.
That
magical world where
conversation that I
Disney
told
meets
you that I
classic
wanted to
D&D.
have
Oh,
Sounds
interesting.
with
Oh, we'll do a little roleplay of that. All right.
Can I
Meg
start with that? I'm really
and
curious.
Meg, you don't go to sleep. Your dream ends with Arthur. And you find yourself sitting in a ruined temple.
Oh, what?
You see the hole next to you of the tunnel. You see the Athena Parthenon
Okay.
burning black and charred statue of what remained of the Temple of Athena, where you got these people out. And you see a priestess, you could assume, kneeling in front of this blackened statue. As you sit, you see the woman turns to you. Tears have made streaks through ash in her face. Eyes stormy gray, but flashing with fierce intelligence in your eyes.
For what it's worth, I wish I could have gotten there earlier.
For what it's worth, I wish many things were different. Megara, don't hate the gods. Hate life. Hate action. Hate death. There are many things you can hate. Do you truly believe that we gods are capable of unlimited, all-perfect power? You see, she looks, her hands covered in ash and soot. Do you think I would have let this happen?
Not anymore.
What do you want?
I want the power to fight those that need to be fought.
Are you gonna?
Do you swear to me fealty, intelligence, and revenge?
Yes.
Then the stratagem be yours. You see, poof, ash. Oh, you sit up like from this meditative. I'll say something you see, Meg, you feel wipe off your cheek ash on your face.
She's taking
Oh, did
Deep.
you roll into the fire?
Deep change within you. I will say you summon your pact blade. You need to know. All you see, boom, sheathing silvery light. All of you have seen, this is no longer Meg's black shadow sword. This pit, Meg, you feel necrosis and necrotic energy burn away deep inside.
Oh!
Your warlock pact has now changed. Your old patron no longer has any power or claim with you. You have a new patron.
Oh!
Yeah.
You feel this silver gleaming golden, or excuse me, golden, silver, glorious blade. You feel a lot of shade, and you don't know what that means yet. There could be magic and powers you do not yet know, but you know it is something that you can figure out.
That's so cool.
Rapunzel.
Oh, this is a lot less cool.
It is late at night. This is before everyone wakes up.
I figured it was during my turn for watch.
It is your turn for watch, and you're sitting there. Everyone's asleep.
Wait, I thought it was 6 o'clock.
No. Sorry,
this
it's
is
a
like
little
during-
jump back. This
yeah.
is during the
okay.
night. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you though for helping clarify. During the night, Meg's off trancing. Everyone else is asleep.
Off trancing.
Rapunzel. Flynn's turn is next. He said he would go after you, and it is the end of your watch. What do you do?
So I have questions for you.
Mhm.
We never really clarified why you're in Corona.
Why I'm in Corona?
Why you came to Corona and like you stayed in Corona and why you have a room in the castle. So like,
Cause
I paid you for what you did.
Rapunzel, this is a hard conversation.
I know.
You see, Blondie, some people like money.
Yes,
and-
I know, and I haven't paid you in a long time.
You see a flash of like, okay, that lies out the window. That immediately just like, and it will be a better back payment. And hey, Lance and I have grown too accustomed to our creature comforts, and you know how nice it is not to be arrested by law enforcement every 5 minutes.
You know how much of a pain it is to teach me to read?
Hey, was that my job?
No, so I'm wondering why you did it.
Aww. Cause you'll get scammed.
And that matters to you because...
Explain for him.
You see this half-elf blush a little bit. Just
Can I do insight?
you can do insight.
Okay, guys.
just
let's
kiss.
do it.
That I will say is just beautiful though, character of like not get scammed, but why do you care? That I think is you hit some of the key points.
He should just
Can Pascal give me that help?
No.
What?
Pascal's asleep. He's having
So
a little sleepy
guys,
sleep.
Rapunzel's as oblivious as I am. She rolled a nat 1. She has like a plus 10 to insight.
He literally
You
ran
see-
here.
You see though this Flynn Ride just like, listen, if you get scammed out of all your money, then I'll just have to go find another princess to mooch off of.
Oh, can we like write a contract or something? Like,
Ooh, Blondie, I'm not one into contracts. When my name's on paper, people can find me. So
Flynn Rider's probably not your real name anyway. Can we still use that?
that's so my real name. Go to bed. He's walking away, and you see he is walking away and doesn't want to talk anymore as he gets ready for his watch.
August.
Well,
You ruined
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Can't believe I rolled in that one.
Perceive.
He's
Dumbo
can perceive like
perceive.
nobody's
Flynn
business.
turns around
I think you
and
saw
just
that.
Rapunzel, you maybe like go to your little sleeping bag.
Just like, okay.
Flynn just
I feel worse than before.
as you go to bed
So
feeling worse.
confused.
Flynn just kind of takes that breath of just turns. Yeah, son of a! Entire locked on. Baby guy.
I want to know.
Oh,
what
it's
Dumbo
your
figures
turn for
out.
watch? I can. What? Her? Me. Her. Back. Ow! Elephant. Trunk. Oh, again. Today. Same day. What do you want from me?
It's literally just like
It's like a
bag of everybody else.
Listen.
just
Listen, you
nails
percep-
down so he's eye level.
Listen to me, you perceptive pachyderm. I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you this once. None of your business. Okay?
Oh yeah.
He pulls out his drawing sketchbook. Trunk starts drawing as he's just staring into his eyes.
What are you doing? What are you doing? That very clever, very ambidextrous.
And he turns
Tridextrous?
around,
What do
and
you...
he pulls it around, and it's a very, very nicely drawn picture
Yeah.
of a very happy Rapunzel and Flynn.
Oh!
And a very, very happy Rapunzel when he's there. And then he flips
Oh,
around, draws it again,
cute.
and it's just Rapunzel, no Flynn, and she's sad.
Oh, that's cute.
You see, Flynn takes it,
Artistry.
grabs it, crumples it up. He's just... She's a princess. Okay? I want it in 4 different nations. Okay? And by the way, I've seen how you slip coin, buddy. I wonder how many warrants you got too. Do guys like us get happy endings? No. Give me a perception check. Percy.
My passive is 27.
I know, but because he's trying something. He's trying something.
I still can't believe I rolled in that
Is
one.
this
That's
steady
so
eye
dumb.
worthy?
No, this is not happening very fast. He's doing something a little quick.
That's a 22.
22.
Dumbo sees all.
He takes the paper, just, we don't get happy endings, and he just throws it in the fire. You see he watches it burn, just turns to you. She's nice, but listen, there's bigger things than one random dude being happy.
This is so
Dumbo
sad.
stands back up, pats him on the shoulder,
It's up.
and walks away.
You see Flynn walks over to like maybe stump, just in that like he'll sit and keep watch. As you all wake up.
Here, August.
Ooh, all the secret things.
Oh my gosh, no.
All the secrets.
Oh, that was.
I
Oh,
like
that
how with
hurt.
Dumbo, I don't need a text, August. Can I be awake for this? I just...
You just
see
are.
the-
Yeah, you just appear wherever you want.
Oh,
Um,
my wife. Not hers
I mean, minimum 24 stealth.
John,
Yeah,
as you guys are
you
waking
did.
up, again, you and Pocahontas were like some of those last two to do it. As you're waking up, you can have that. You see, getting scrawny. Andrew's getting close. Andrew only has 1 point of exhaustion left. He's already doing so much better. Meg,
In one night, I'm equal to him in points of exhaustion.
yeah, Meg looks bad. Andrew looks better. Everyone's happy. But John, as Pocahontas, Raz, you just, I believe it's time to get moving.
You can try again.
She's already there.
There was a voice on the wind.
Voice on the
Oh,
wind.
Lila.
Oh, she's there. Wake you up. No,
Oh, that was amazing.
John, you wake up though, and do you want to ask her this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just gonna be like kind of deep in thought. Just for a second, it's like wasn't a whole lot of help against that first demon lord. Only magic weapons can hurt it. We're blessed.
That is one of the cruel tricks of fate.
Would you happen to have or could do anything to help me about that?
John, my power comes from the gods within. I'm not a cleric. But if you'd like, perhaps we could build something together and we can try.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm sorry.
You hear in the distance like a mumbling from the. Can you two stop foreplaying at 6 in the morning?
I will shoot you in the knee!
Boom! Ah! No, double. Hey, we just had a good unity moment last night. Don't ruin it. We made soup.
Emotions are happening.
In the world. I don't need
All of you see the Meg. You draw out your silvery new packed blade. All of you are ready and going. It is 6 in the morning. Arthur has the message about sumo.
So I'm guessing that we're eating breakfast stuff right now. We're not.
This is
eating
bread.
yet.
Most of the soup was gone last night. Part of the thing is
I
with
actually
everyone.
have a question. Either like while we're eating breakfast or whatever, can I take like a short rest to get my spell slots back?
Yeah, just an hour quick spell
Yeah.
slot. Cause yes, I will say you're not eating, and so eventually you will have to eat today. But it's that
Yeah.
quick like.
You can actually eat while
Power-
taking a long rest.
Oh
or a
yes, you
short
can.
rest.
Thank you. Yes, yes.
So
Sorry.
like I'll eat food, but it's just like I am resting.
Just if
to-
you're not elf, you have to
Michael.
sleep for 6 hours.
Yeah, it's that. So
Yes.
I'm exhausted, but I have spell slots.
Yes, thank you. You got your spell slots, and of course, you know, I'm looking at this new pack blade. All of you are sitting here. Meredith, you see Andrew. He's the last to wake, but again, still getting that strength.
Sleepy boy.
You
He's
see just.
tired. What on
Right.
earth is going on out there?
So,
I feel like
morning.
there's a couch moving above us constantly.
How do you?
Yeah.
I hope it's thunder.
I
I'd
have a
love to have
strange
lights.
request.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Until I can maybe pay you back, could I borrow your sword?
Dumbo's hand is on his shoulder.
Oh, hello.
Hands
Big
him
guy.
a dagger.
I love how he just hears all the conversations that are happening.
Those are bigger
Ears are
triggers,
huge.
so.
Thank you, friend.
And he nods in an apologetic way for intruding and
You
that
see,
was great.
he takes the dagger.
So can
Flick, 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 flick.
Mhm.
John, you can make me a history check, actually. This is a cool fight style you might have seen before on the road.
Ooh. Now I only have 5.
Being the one that
God.
travels most of everyone,
Only five.
just in that, like, oh,
Only
who's this
5
guy?
daggers, guys. That's not a lot.
Well, that's
No,
not
no.
counting the magic.
Not counting the-
Yeah, I mean, you've got the
You
good.
are the living
daggers.
embodiment
Before
of
we
that
head out, I want to do
of
one more
that
thing,
trope.
just so you
You
know.
are the
Okay.
one who takes 10
4.
minutes.
For,
A little distracted with Pocahontas.
little distracted.
Yep.
But, you know, doing some cool flips, doing some catches, just like, alright, you can keep your weapons out.
Wow.
Can everyone stop flirting? Like, Ryan is so hungover.
I was
You're
glad you
happily married. Why are you begrudging everyone else their joy?
You will realize when you get married.
Dumbo
No,
pats
not
Rye on
happening.
the
Guys
shoulder
suck.
and lifts her onto
honey,
her
Oh,
arm.
I've
really?
seen the way you talk
Yes.
about this.
Flynn is sipping like his own little steep coffee thing, just
I
like,
wasn't
hey man.
asleep. I was trying to contact him.
Okay.
It's called magic. I'm
I've
sorry
also
you don't have magic
existed
in your
near you
backwater
for-
country.
While the argument is going
Andrew's looking at you, she's just like,
Okay.
Back.
While the argument is going on, I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry,
go over to
pause.
Flynn and I'm
Dumbo
gonna
is
say,
just
so,
All because
can
gave
you,
the dagger.
do you know Abyssal?
And I'll be the one to
do
worship
I
you.
know ancient demonic readings?
Yeah?
I will tell you my
I have to
country.
check. I don't remember. What did I give Flynn Rider? Flynn Rider can speak Common, Elvish, Orcish. Thieves can't.
Can't do what?
Don't tell
Does
me.
he have a
Does
missile?
he have a missile?
Does he have freaking
Is
Abyssal?
Abyssal just slapped on there?
August, does he have
Okay,
Abyssal?
see, Oh, no.
I need to check my notes.
Because he's like this.
No, that doesn't make sense. He should.
Well, if you decided he knows Abyssal, then
I
guess
know,
the
but let me
expo-
check lands. I can't remember if this thing they both have then. Why did they? Oh, fuck, never mind. I know why he has Abyssal.
So he does have it.
Okay, so he does?
That's so helpful.
Like, do I know ancient demon language? Of
Oh,
course
yes,
I do!
I. Oh man, this is.
Because Seporia, that's why August. Is that what? No, because they do Infernal.
No, infernal.
That's Infernal Abyss. Anyway, hey, fun fact. Lance, Flynn, just. Sure, I could scrape some. I'm not fluent or anything, but
So can you maybe teach me how to read this? And before we get started,
You just
I hand him 5
gold
gold
to read.
and I say, thank you for helping me not get scammed.
you're welcome.
August.
It's nice to have a
Okay.
paycheck.
Can I slide of hand the 5 gold?
All right, here we go. Listen, he's gonna.
Trunk slow.
You got it. No, you got it.
Minimum 24.
You.
Can
Like,
I just like whack Rapunzel on
as-
the back of the head?
like Flynn takes it. He does like a drop into a purse, but just like, finally glad to be paid for my service. Ting, 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 into the trunk and all the way back.
I put it back in Rapunzel's purse.
Ha!
That is amazing.
And he is now working for free. Doesn't know it.
All right. Okay, so I'm really trying to learn
Nice.
this because
When he
so,
finds that, just
basically
probably
whatever
the
we
worst
do
trade
has for a
in
moment
history
because I
of
assume
ever.
that's something that we can do while taking short
Then
rests and
just
long
sends
rests.
his, his
Can he start teaching me Abyssal, but can we work our way through this book?
Yes.
For clues and
Oh, you
everything.
guys are reading a book together. This isn't in character.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Sorry,
sorry,
this
this
is
is
how
been
Eleanor- this is
teaching
how
me to
Eleanor
read
being
because she's been busy.
Thank you.
No.
Yikes.
This
Okay.
is why I don't have friends.
You see, he is gonna start reading with you
What
a
do
little
you
bit.
call this?
While you guys start
Actually, no,
reading,
yeah, this is
you guys, what's the plan? Are we still heading to Agrabah, or are there other options? Like, if King Arthur is sending his message to Snow and to specifically, of course, Mr. Incredible Dance Sumani, but of course, Arthur might still be asleep because again, he did just go to sleep at like about 5:30. You could guess.
But again, we have a few days.
A few days. What's the goal?
How long does it take to travel from, Agrabah to Sumani?
Agrabah to
Right.
Sumani is a long time. On your horses right now, if you were to start riding to Agrabah, and that's like it's helpful now. Andrew's much healthier, right? He can actually like ride and do stuff.
And I have Angus back.
You have Angus. All the party can move at a good speed. I mean, Andrew's got Citron now. Gotta make sure I write that down. All of this is happening. You could get to Agrabah from Magencia in about 3.5 days. Ride.
And we were already partway there.
You were already partway there, yeah. Oh yeah, like you already closed some of the distance. Agrabah to Sumani, if you were to go Magencian route, would be 8 days because you would have to come back. Like if you were going from Agrabah to Magencia down, there is though the option of cutting a bit through the Dark Forest out of Agrabah.
Oh, I could say this
cutting
because
that
I
through,
know the Dark
like
Forest.
Dark Forest out. Like, not
That's
getting
where I
into
grew
the
up.
bayou, but skirting
Forest is
and
my
then just
favorite
going
terrain.
straight over.
There we go.
That's
We-
only
so-
like 6 days.
But seriously, can we actually cut even more time out of there because I grew up in the Dark
That's
Forest? and
accounting for it.
he-
I'm saying
And that's my
favorite
favorite
terrain.
terrain is forest.
Oh, that's your favorite terrain too.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't think it would stack. But it's something where it's like if you guys weren't there, going Dark Forest, obviously much longer.
We'd
That
have
would
to
help.
not
Like
walk by a
growing
certain
up there, this favorite terrain. Like, oh, we do well here. It would shave so much time off that it's only 6-day journey.
I guess the question is, do we think Mr. Incredible needs help, or should we tackle one of these other 2 demon lords that we know about?
Honestly, doesn't Mr. Incredible have like an army? Like
He does.
Yeah,
but
you
he
know him.
rules.
Yeah.
You know him better than us.
He's a paladin of Ares, if that tells you anything.
And he still got that ring. He's
think
probably
that's
okay.
good.
Yeah.
I think he's alright.
Oh my God.
Like
That's
honestly,
tough.
I feel like I
The
would
Friday
actually
campaign
assume that
starts-
with an
or Saturday
army
campaign
and the
starts sweating.
Horseman of War ring,
Yeah,
he's
so-
probably set.
So,
But also,
that's-
if he takes him out, would the gods count that against or for us?
I would say
because
force
of-
because it's just getting these demon lords dead.
We still got them dead.
yeah.
That's not done
Yeah.
true.
We can't tell anyone else
Yeah, they're so
not
dead.
to
And
defend
he
their
is
cities
technically
just
an
because of
Imagineer.
us.
He
The,
is an
the
Imagineer.
scroll from
Okay,
Tiger
yeah.
Lily just has a number that's been crossed out. There's nothing like, and you have to be the. You're in charge of making sure it gets accomplished.
So
but if
I
you
think
find
we
ways
can-
to
The
do it,
question is, do we keep going to Agrabah where we're probably expected, or do we hit the bayou maybe before they can prepare for us?
I think that's a good idea.
Probably by you, yeah.
the bayou.
How
So
long
it
that
would
take
be
us?
6
basically
days, he said.
again. Fastest are the main roads.
Mhm.
You would hit Duckburg, and you could either dark force it through to the bayou, or and again it doesn't make too much sense, but spatially you're basically crossing down almost like you're barely kissing England, but you're really not stopping, going down
Thank
and through
goodness.
this way, right? It's like one of those you're either going around this way or around this way.
Dark Forest sounds fun.
Dark Forest could be a lot safer. There could though be a lot worse. You don't know.
Yeah,
But
let's go
it's
Dark
like
Yeah,
a
it's a Dark
for sure
Forest.
straight shot if you go that way.
And I guess
Oh, and Flynn knows the Dark Forest too.
He
I
does.
guess the problem with this plan being it would take us then longer to double back and get back to Agrabah, and that would just give them even more time to prepare.
It's true.
It's fair. In a dumb way, it's. You know, we're still.
August, can I make a history
Hear me
check
out.
to see
Has
how
Rapunzel-
bad things are in Agrabah versus the Bayou, from what I've heard?
Yeah. It's and Ranger can do it. Yes, this is a traveling the world Ranger sense of like
Between
you're trying to vibe the world, right? Which is a strange vibe, but
check.
it is. It's like how is the world doing in terms of I've heard of
Sorry.
Agrabah versus
Would
Dark-
I be allowed to do that as?
no.
Okay.
This is something you guys can do because you're the ones that travel and like are
Yeah.
Rangers.
I got a 22.
22.
I got 5.
Would you have shared with the group of
In
what
terms of
I
Agrabah,
told you
the
about
Dark
playing the game?
Forest.
Dark Forest.
This
Honestly, I
or
probably
excuse me,
only would have told
Dark
Meg,
Forest. In terms of
because
Agrabah
no
versus
one
the
else
Bayou,
really
and
knew
we're
Lily.
finishing,
That's fair.
wrapping up.
Because
Oh,
if
that's
in that
You've heard
logic,
that
hit Agrabah. They
the
know you're
dark
gonna be there, might as well get it out of the
I
way,
keep
and
saying this the bayou is worse in that sense of like it has more of the there is trouble though. It's like now compounded with stuff you've heard. You know Agrabah has stuff going on, but from the vibes the dark the bayou, I'm just gonna look at the name, the bayou is sounding worse because it's a little more lawless there, right? It's not a kingdom. It's just
Others.
people.
Can Flynn and I look for Queen of Superior, Thieves Guild of Dark Forest, and Thieves Line, Fraz or Blue of Lies and Deceit? Can we look for that in the book?
Fraz or blue?
I took notes, August. Be
As
proud of me.
Flynn reads through, no check needed, as he reads Abyssal. You see Flynn stops for a moment as he gets to a section.
I'm so glad I looked in the letters at Corona.
As he stops, just... Blonde, you wanted to know about a what now?
Fraser Blue of Lies and Deceit. I have bad vibes.
Is there any other name that was associated with him? Like a title?
I mean, I just remembered there was this letter from the Queen of Seporia to the Thieves Guild of the Dark Forest and Thieves Line.
Thebes, like the city Thebes?
Is there a city called Thebes?
As in maybe... Hey,
As
real
in the
quick,
armpit of Greece?
Blondie.
What?
As in maybe a Baron Frostblue?
Maybe. No way!
You see Flynn's face
There's
is
boss music.
ashen. Just, hey, Rapunzel.
Yes.
I think I know Fraser Blue.
You what? You know what is what?
They do like to take random
He's
bodies.
my old boss.
What?
That's where we're going to end tonight's session, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for wrecking my
That's not my
stuff up. We'll see you
That was
next
so
time.
fun.
That was
I don't know
great.
what-